Hello and welcome to the Inglorious Bards. We are coming to you live on twitch.tv/Inglorious Bards, also on all your podcast platforms and videos up on YouTube. And we are here with adventure number 15. We've had some interesting drama over the last few episodes, and a lot of folks are interested to see what comes next, and I count myself among them. Quick shout out and thanks to all our Patreon subscribers. Thank you so much for all your support. And for those of you jumping in on our Discord server and joining the chat, drop by, share some thoughts you have on the adventures. We love hearing from you folks. It's literally why we do this, is getting that great feedback and all your comments and thoughts about the adventures. Check that all out, ingloriousbards.com. Let's get a quick introduction of our crew, and let's start out with the heathen among us, Caven, the Goliath quote-unquote paladin of the group. Caven, say hi.
Cave and Boulder Fall. I think it's chicken tortilla soup night. I don't care. Have some or don't.
And sitting next to him, also in high spirits, is his friend, Valamir Almarin III.
I will also accept the only.
Oh, God.
Oh, God. Just dropped the third. The human wizard, say hi.
Valamir, the
Losing Steve.
otherwise nameless but angry wizard extraordinaire.
All right.
It was been angry.
And next to him is the very down and somber and quiet Aragus Willoughby, the halfling bard. Say hi.
Argus Willoughby, halfling bard at your service. The ship brigade just gained a new member.
All right.
All aboard.
The ship brigade barge coming soon.
And we have Vessel, the new guardian of Solene, and the Warforged cleric. Hi, Vessel.
I am Vessel, guardian of Selene. I watch after all those here.
Okay.
A little too chipper about that.
Smug in the...
It's the new cloak. It's a little starchy.
And we have Fiona Tumblepot, our gnome tinkerer artificer.
Hello, I'm Fiona. Trying to hold this group together.
Doing her best. And we have Cole Boulderfall, the Goliath fighter. Tell us a little bit about yourself there, Cole.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what the heck happened in here, but we were, at one point, a big team, all working together. I was hitting the things, she was making stuff, and he was always pointing us in the right direction. And somehow I got all spun around. I still get to hit things, but now I got to follow somebody else. So I'm going to go after Fiona this time.
All right. Started a little bit
piratey.
Captain of the Mad Eyes.
Captain Mad Eyes. What I was hearing.
I mean, whoa.
Captain Mad
I
Eyes.
woke up in this big body and I. Where's me boat? Where's me boat?
I have no hair.
All right. So without further ado, we're about to begin, and let's get a quick recap from Seth about what happened last time.
Hello! Caven and Vessel start the adventure in the Church of Selene. Caven and High Priest Pemet are talking. Caven is getting scolded for his and his friend's actions the day before at the execution. Caven brushes the advice off. Vessel encounters one of the priests in training holding a bag of gold up from the vaults. He questions the young priestess and gets interrupted by two robed individuals. A fight breaks out. Caven comes in to help, and the two foes are quickly dispatched. They were using charm magic through a snake, trying to withdraw funds for Lionir Asinor. We're going to fast forward a few hours, and the whole group, plus the Lord Mayor, plus the High Commander, plus the City Magistrate, all meet at the Mayor's office. There's more back and forth on what to do with Valamir the Senior. The Lord Mayor finally sets the execution for 2 hours' time. She does give each of our adventurers a few minutes' time with the prisoner before his life is to be taken. Aragus, Fiona, and Valamir all visit him. They found out nothing new and get more of the same. I cannot help you unless you free me to do more of my insane actions. It's frustrating. Kevin also goes in to see him. He gives Valamir II a blessing. We're going to fast forward to the actual execution. Valamir III, surprisingly, does not try to disrupt the proceedings. Also surprisingly, Kevin does. He pronounces to the entire crowd as the old man is being marched to the chopping block that in the name of Selene, he wants to cast another blessing upon him. Everyone, including his friends, are shocked. He is immediately arrested. Valamir Alran Greyspell II is beheaded, and his name stricken from history. We're going to fast forward again to Caven and Vessel once again in the Temple of Selene. High Priest Pemet, witnessing the scene Caven made at the execution, removes him as the guardian of Selene. He then gifts that mantle to Vessel. That was weird. The next morning, moods are grouchy. Valamir is on a bender, and Caven is grumpy about losing his title. Caven, in another shocking choice, wanders into the Temple of Parath. He forgoes his vow to Selene and is looking for a new god. The group finally rallies and they head to the Azenir residence to follow up the lead from the snake magicians from earlier. They find a grim scene of a ransacked house and murdered servants. In questioning a neighbor, a weird wagon with the logo of a theater company called Calvacade was seen in the area, taking the Azenir away. And that, my friends and foes, is where the adventure begins.
Our view shows a darkened chamber lit by smoky oil lamps. A man with greasy hair and no shirt lays sprawled out on a large pile of pillows. Sitting next to him is an older woman, his prisoner, with her hands tied. She looks scared as he draws a knife and places it close to her face. You've never really learned to be comfortable, to receive what the world offers you without flinching. You must learn to accept the truth around you and embrace it. Her eyes go wide with terror as he produces a small snake from between the pillows. The reptile coils around his arm as the greasy man holds it over her. Embrace the warmth of the truth, or embrace the fangs. The woman screams. Our heroes approach an old theater down a wide avenue in the city of Almithra. This theater was once a splendid theater used by the nobles of the city generations ago. It has fallen into more public, lower class use, if you will, but you can still see its sense of grandeur from outside. Beautiful columns, huge wide steps leading up to it. It's massive with like 3-story tall narrow windows. It's got lights, magical lights outside that are some of them are slowly pulsing in different colors to get attention. There's a juggler outside with face paint on and a weird jester's hat on, and he's juggling and trying to get attention. There's someone on some stilts in an animal costume slowly walking amongst the crowd in this evening air, trying to draw people into the theater. And the sign out front of it announces the place, the Cavalcade. And the Cavalcade has a insignia symbol next to it, which is the one that was described before. And I cannot find, there it is, of a scantily clad woman riding a horse is the emblem of the Cavalcade Theater, which matches what the neighbor of the Azenir's home spoke of. Our 6 heroes are there. Our fighter, his brother, our artificer, our priest, our wizard, and our bard are striding up there. What would you folks like to do?
Well, this is certainly the place. You'll notice the trapeze artist over there next to the fire eater. And of course, the guy on the stilts is. Well, he was actually at the soup breakfast a few days ago. You might know him, actually, Caleb.
This is the place you don't like?
Well, it's not that I dislike this place. It's. I've found not everyone in this place seems to appreciate the finer arts I provide.
Oh, okay.
So this is the place you kept losing all those
I couldn't get
auditions.
past my second callback, okay? This is the Cavalcade Theater.
Let's see what this donkey show is all about.
Make no mistake, Caven. While they may not appear to be the most brute force of strength, what they lack in that strength, they will make up for in illusion.
Donkeys are
and
quite
trickery.
adept.
In other words, don't be an ass to the donkey.
I don't think we're here to fight anybody.
I
Like,
should
that
hope
fire
not.
eater's pretty small. I don't think he's gonna have to worry about anything.
But you'll notice how big the sword is that he's about to swallow.
You're actually going into a place where you're not expecting to fight?
No.
Weird. What's going on with everybody? What? Going crazy.
I'm not saying it.
You
we
know, I
don't
don't feel
expect
like
to
making
fight.
anything today. I'm just-
But I don't walk around picking fights with bearded ladies. This is a whole performance. There's a lot of people in here doing their own thing. This doesn't look like a place that we're going to throw down anytime soon. Not that we're never ready for it. I'm always ready for it. So is Daphne. I'm just saying, it's going to be really bad for them if it goes that way.
Okay.
Well, keep any of your change close to your pockets.
There's thieves here?
Well, anyone can seize an opportunity when they come across one.
Oh.
I think I know why you didn't get your auditions here.
Who's in charge? Who should we talk to?
Oh, some other performer took the role when I was auditioning here my first time. Mr. something, Lester something, I'm not quite sure. We can find another source, but I'm not even sure he's still here. Aragus will kind of start heading towards the biggest entrance, one of the larger tent areas, maybe.
Yeah, so big theater, big double doors. I'm thinking something like where, expensive French Revolutionary style expensive theater that's just been now taken over more of a bohemian vibe style thing. So you're going through this really nice ornate door that no longer has any meaning, and you step on inside. You can hear some music being played by a small band off in the distance. There's a lobby area here. There are two scantily clad women that are welcoming people in, and they are collecting a few coins and ushering people past an inner door into the theater itself. There is a poster that has been drawn on one of the walls. Actually, probably a section of the wall has just been drawn on in chalk, and it just says Bunny Show is the name of it, and it has two anatomically designed bunny women there on there to try and grab the audience's attention. The air about the place, it smells nice and heavily incensed. The music isn't necessarily lively, but there's just an intoxicating vibe to all of you, except maybe Caven, except maybe Valamir, except maybe Vessel, but the rest of you, there's this intoxicating vibe to it, and in particular, a voluptuous human woman wearing a kind of a whatever the fantasy equivalent of a tuxedo style thing, but designed to be a costume of sexuality as well, with long legs. She comes up. She also has a circlet around her hair with the big feather sticking off out of the back, and she glides across the floor and comes up to the first person, Vessel. And she slides up to you and puts an arm.
I am Vessel.
Guardian of Solene.
She says, well, hello, Vessel. What brings you here to see the show?
We seek snakes.
It's not the one I would have gone with, but go Vessel.
So not the bunny show.
She said, well, we offer many things here. What tickles your fancy?
Good. Show me snakes.
She starts trying to tickle your ear a little bit. There's no... Okay, you just stare right at her. She moves behind you and talks in a more whispery tone into your ears.
Vessel tries to turn to face her.
She says, and what kind of snakes interest you?
You make conversation very difficult.
Ow!
We are looking for snakes.
She says, but tonight we do not have snakes, but we do have the tail of the lurid bunnies.
This is not the place. They do not have snakes. Do we seek bunnies? Lurid ones?
She moves away from you and slides over to the next person, which appears to be Fiona.
Vessel follows her. Our conversation is not over.
She looks back warily over at you.
I paid for 2 dances.
Carl!
Yes, bring Carl. Let's see where this goes. Carl, meet Caven and Cole. Now dance.
She is up to you, Fiona, and she comes down to your level and kneels next to you, so she gets as eye to eye as she can with you. And she says, aren't you just a sweet little peach?
Yeah, I guess.
And she...
What's your name? I'm Fiona.
She says, I'm Harriya.
Harry, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
What do you guys do here?
We provide that which you cannot find elsewhere.
Except snakes.
Sorry about my friend. He's a touch abrasive sometimes.
Well.
He is very sweet, though.
She says, well, 5 copper can get you a seat for the show. 1 silver can get you a good seat for the show.
The bunny show?
Yes.
Oh,
And-
what does that? And what kind of show is it?
It's a show with music and dance and song and excitement, and it'll titillate you.
What does that word mean?
She moves over to the next person.
We haven't gotten there in our reading lessons yet.
Which happens then, I guess, to be Cole.
Yeah.
And she says, ooh, aren't you a muscular one?
Yes, I am. You're nice and soft and round and soft.
She giggles playfully while adeptly getting out from underneath your gaze. She has like some anti-escape feat mastered.
Oh, you're slippery.
And
I've never been in a cell with a female before.
not quite sure what to do. She says, you all come here together? Some sort of celebration, perhaps? Or is there something more specific, something more intimate that you might need, my big, strong friend?
Ooh, me? Well, I appreciate you asking. We are celebrating a couple of things.
Ooh, this is so big, she says, patting your crotch at your purse string.
I don't know what's in there. I actually don't. I just can't count anything. But I'm here to let you know.
She is so laser focused on you right now.
We are looking for a particular friend. And I know that she just came here, and she told us that this was the best show to see her in. So I'm checking to see if there are seats available next to Lady Asinor.
I don't think I know that name.
Oh, come on! And I reach out and hug her. And I just like hug her really, really close. I'm like, everyone knows everyone around here.
And
I'm sure you know Lady
then you
Asinor.
You
hear-
okay, Lenny?
I
Then
will
you hear,
pet you, and I will pet you, and I will pet you.
You hear, all right, and a man in a top hat and a little handlebar mustache with some makeup on and a cane, a little portly, comes striding out and says, "Easy now, my good friend. Let's not get too ahead of ourselves. Welcome to all of you here." And he has motions for some other people to go in after they pay their copper. He says, "You are looking for someone, I hear."
Yes! Hello! I'm Cole. Big hand right towards his face.
He does not grab it and accept. No. What the word am I looking for?
I'm holding a hand out to his face.
He nervously can't find the word, and I cannot
Extend?
Disinclines to acquiesce the request.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Just does a flourish and a near curtsy maneuver. He says, "I am Quinris Goldream, proprietor of the Calvacade. It is excellent to have you here. You look like you six are discerning customers," he says, particularly looking at the most regal of you all, Valamir. Also the most vulnerable of you all, Valamir. He says, come into my private office, and then we can discuss all of your needs." And he opens up the door and says, "Ooh, some large new friends tonight, aren't we?" Looking at Caven and Cole, and motions you into his really exotic-looking office. There it is plush. There are gorgeous chairs. It's very dark and comforting, and just this sultry vibe. He's got an old desk there with papers and stuff, but it also has pictures and murals and posters of other performances and stuff. There are some other side doors out of here, and he strides in and pulls up, motions to a couch and says, "Well, you can sit there." And Cole just drags the whole thing closer to the desk.
That's
and
true.
There's some chairs. And he says, "So, this is clearly your first time, as I do not recognize your faces. Although you do look a little familiar, my friend.
Possibly. Hello.
Did you attend our last show?"
Oh, not an audiencee, per se. Was hoping to be in part of the show at some point, but...
Part of the show.
Well, I've come by a few times in the recent past and done an audition or two, but I never seem to get the call.
Oh, yes, the performer. You were the lutist, I believe.
One and the very same.
Ah, yes. Yes, that didn't quite work out, but here you have come with friends to see the tale of the lurid bunnies, perhaps.
Well,
It's quite an erotic adventure as two young bunnies explore the world and themselves.
What about each other?
That, my friend, costs a little extra silver.
That's the squeakle.
The squeakle? Not sure what that means.
But perhaps you have more, as I said, discerning tastes, nodding again to Valamir, where private shows can certainly be arranged, and more than just a bunny or two can be had for the right price. All you have to do is tell me your desires for this evening, and I can make them all true.
Well, unfortunately, Quinris, our desire this evening is not for entertainment, but education.
Whoa. Business and pleasure, perhaps a little bit, huh? Fiona? Ha! She gets it.
Yep.
The reason for our intrusion upon your events without invitation is that we are looking for someone, a couple, you might say. A couple of older people who have seemed to go missing in the finer parts of the city. And it's up to us to try and sort them out. The last we heard of them is that they were, unfortunately, the word was taken by someone in possibly working for your theater group.
That does not sound like our troupe at all. We are merely performers, exciteers of what catches your fancy. We are not kidnappers, you say?
Oh, of course, anything merely perhaps for part of the show, perhaps. Taking an audience member is one thing, but I certainly wouldn't accuse anyone of your ilk to be thieves in the night. Is it possible that you rent out some of your equipment to other guilds throughout the city?
No, we have to be very cautious with our brand. We must keep the excitement alive, and we don't want others to experience what we offer. We tend to want everyone to come here to our grand theater, where you find yourselves today. And again, I see there's possible excitement within your eyes, he says, looking at the dead eyes of half the group.
Well, I would
He's failed his insight check.
Repeatedly.
I would hate to impose too much inquisition on you, but do you have a good relationship with all of the managers at this establishment?
He says that I am the manager of the establishment. All work for me, and we do have guests that are expected who will be attending our VIP section of the show. The show's starting not too soon from now, if that is your interest, or again, anything else. We have anything that can catch your eye. We have damsels in distress you can rescue all night long. We have young lords and ladies available at your pleasure. You just simply have to show the coin, and I will show you our wares.
Inglorious, let's get straight to the rub.
Exactly.
Did you call me?
Getting straight to the rub.
Ooh, Gavin's so proud of himself.
We're looking for Serpentine Entertainment.
Serpentine Entertainment. That is definitely a part of tonight's show.
Perhaps we could meet the performers.
That is also part of tonight's show. Again, for a price. I could set you all up for a one silver VIP section for the show, and then you might have an opportunity to enjoy what you speak of. Or for a gold, I could get you the Emperor package. He says, making it up as he goes, and ensure that you have everything that you would want, and that would be the 6 silver for the lot of you, or 6 gold for the lot of you. But since we are such good friends here, what was your name again?
None other than Argus Willoughby.
Mr.
my
Willoughby
friend.
and I are such good friends, I could easily do a discount of 5 coins based on whatever catches your fancy.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that sounds like a good idea to me. And I'm the leader of the group because I'm the biggest one here. So I'm going to say we're going to do
We're
that.
twins.
What did you cut me off? Because I was leading the group just now. What'd you say?
We're twins.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I came out first. I'm just that much older, just a little bit. So I'm
They
going to
do
say
this all the time. It's
I'm going to give I have him here. I'm going to give you 5 gold. And he reaches
Oh God!
What?
Kaven walks over and helps him count
All right.
out 5 gold.
They huddle together for a minute.
For a long minute.
No, not that one. That's the big one. He did not.
That's 3. That's 3.
At 3 gold. What's this one?
That's a Hershey bar.
It's okay. Sorry.
All right. So you are able to successfully pay 5 gold then, Cole. Go ahead and remove 5, Jeremy. Kaven, you provide that to Quinris Gold Dream, and he takes the coins and drops it into his purse, which Fiona, you get a sense, can carry far more than it should. And those coins disappear without a clink into his little purse. And he says, "Wonderful, wonderful." And he snaps his hands and says, "Haria, our guests are ready for the gold presidential treatment," he says, coming up with another name. and she comes in her sexy little outfit and says, "Oh, wonderful! Come with me." And she opens up a different door out of this office, and Quinris says, "I'm sure you will absolutely love the show and engage as much as you would like, as you can get, as much as you can give here at the Cavalcade." Was that ominous enough? And then you leave his office, then you just hear him off in the distance. "Well, hello, welcome to the next people coming in." You are escorted through a hallway. You can hear some cooking and smell some food being cooked in some sort of kitchen area. You walk past that and are taken to a theater, a big theater with lots of seats that look quite uncomfortable. It's very dark. There are some lamps with some reflective material that's shining lights up on the curtain. There is the juggler there is trying to keep people interested, and you guys are taken to a balcony. There are 4 of them, and you are taken to one. Could easily hold 8 people, and the 6 of you have it all to yourselves. Hey, Rhea says, "I can bring some wine for you all if you'd like."
Yes. Yes. Wine for all of us.
Quickly, the brothers say yes. And she disappears, and you 4 are left to sit down and relax for a bit. There is a orchestra pit. You can hear music being played, and aside from Aragus, this is the most music you've ever really experienced. It's like a dozen performers there, percussionists, someone on some small little piano-looking thing, a lute player, a flautist, that kind of stuff, someone on a violin.
Aragus is like leaning over the balcony and just like staring with glee, kind of at the musicians in the pit.
Okay.
Specifically the front kind of row of each, front first person in each row, rather. Excuse
All
me.
right. And just enjoying this nice little warm-up as the performance is about to begin. Anything else you folks want to do?
We never asked who drives the truck, who drives the cart. We should figure that out next time.
Yeah.
One of the instruments, by the way, is cutting out. I guess only the instrumentist would notice that.
Cutting out.
Like it's just stopping or just like not
Yep,
playing.
just one of them was going and just stopped.
Also, if we can, might be a good idea to take a look at the carts, which is where I thought we were going before Fancy Tits came and pulled us into the office.
Harriet was her name.
Thank you, right. I better remember that. All I saw was the Fancy Tits.
Yeah, you got a little handsy.
Well, not a little handsy. You gotta get the, so you don't know this. I'm a huge person. I'm giant. And
Why
so-
wouldn't I know that?
Well, you haven't had this experience that I have because you are not.
Is this
a
the
huge
beginning
person.
of Varen's Me Too movement about to happen right
I'm
here?
just saying, when you have the persona that I have,
Oh my goodness.
if you walk into a place and people are trying to do their own thing, you get really dumb and huge. I get bigger. I grab people. I have a big meaty hand, and suddenly
you're
they
a
get
Goliath,
very
they just
nervous.
let you grab them by the foot.
They get really, really nervous, and they start adjusting what they're going to do so they can go right into business for you. She was trying to scam something out of us, and I stopped her from doing it by bringing the other guy out. You're welcome.
Curtain
Yeah.
opens just to your balcony, and
So that the other guy could scam us.
and the attendant Harriet is there, and she brings out some goblets of wine.
You were saying, Cole?
And she hands one to each of you guys, and extends a far reach to you, Cole, with your drink.
Oh, a little closer.
Can you hand this over, please? And then she sits down on your lap, Valamir, and says, "Oh, you
I
seem..."
push her off.
You push her
I'm
off?
just like, nope.
She says, "Oh, you seem..." Oh. You push her off. She says, "Oh, all right. Well, if there's anything else..." And
Bring
then
the bottle.
the curtain flaps open again, and a halfling standing there says, "Willoughby! I thought it was you."
Oh, that's right.
Oh, this isn't on the stage. This is
Up on the balcony.
okay.
Oh.
Is this that incompetent fellow you were telling us about?
Everyone, this is Lester.
The one with no musical
You know
talent?
my name is Chester.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Chester. He is the reason I was not able to perform here.
You were not able to perform because you can't perform at all. And you were told quite clearly never to come back.
Well,
Ever!
We are paying
seems
customers.
I'm
He's an emperor now.
presidential treatment, I believe was the term that your Quinrus gave me.
So you're only able to get in here by paying coin instead of being paid coin because you suck at singing, you suck at playing the lute, you can't even keep a beat.
What's your deal, man?
I'm an artist, unlike anyone else here on this balcony.
Yeah, our balcony. Why are you here?
He looks at Heiria and she kind of nods at you. And he backs away out the curtain leading to it, but has the curtain open so he's not standing on the balcony. This little halfling.
I'm not touching
Fiona goes up and shuts the
He says, "Hey!" And he pushes the curtain open again.
And when he does, Caven is standing right there.
He says it to your crotch, then you tell that stupid Willoughby that he better leave here as soon as the show's over. Or he'll have Chester to deal with.
We will leave when we are ready to leave.
Exactly! And he storms off in a huff that
Thank
takes
you,
a while.
Lester.
That's Chester!
I have plenty of chest hair. I'm thinking about trimming it down, actually.
The music starts to grow and grow, and then it's kind of languid with some strings playing and like a morning motif. The curtain opens up, and there are some wooden cutouts of trees and such in the background, and then a brusque, like conflicting tone lute then joins the rest of the instruments, not fitting whatsoever the rest of the performers. And some actresses.
Sounds like a slide whistle. Poorly played slide whistle.
Some actresses come on onto the stage, and they are dressed in like little bunny ears and little bunny tails, and they're having just like the most terrible, worthless script ever about, oh my god, I'm lost, and oh, I can help you find it. Just the most ridiculous excuse to have them in their scantily clad outfits.
No, act it out.
scantily clad.
Do the act out. We've got time. We've got 3 hours to
2
skill.
hours later.
The plumber's coming by.
I'm stuck in the dryer.
I ordered a pizza.
There's no stepbrothers in this, this performance. And
How many tropes can we come up with?
I dropped a contact. Will you help me find the contact?
In your jail cell?
What are you doing, step barbarian?
Sorry, you're at the bunny hop. Sorry.
yes.
Step barbarian.
And the bunnies go to a barn and they fall asleep, and it's adorable. And then the big bad wolf starts showing up and he's chasing them around. They end up somehow topless throughout this scene.
Oh my!
Music continues to play. There's lots of smoke from the lamps, as well as more incense that's being burned all over. Then about halfway through the show, they then
They finish early and everyone
We were going to do an intermission, but we're just done.
halfway through the show, they are in the middle of dancing, and the music just kind of comes down a little bit. It's a little quieter, but just has like this little rhythmical flow, and they step out and start to break the fourth wall and start calling out, "You there, you there." And they get the audience, and there's probably a good 40 people tonight that are in the audience. Almost all of them guys. They point out, and some guy will come up and he tosses a couple silver onto the stage, and they are able to con some more money out of him. And he comes up and he's able to dance with them, and then they call up another guy. He throws his 2 silver up there, and they're dancing with him and just really having a lot of fun and getting the audience laughing. And he comically falls between their chests, and they appear all innocent and demure. And then they get another audience member, and the music is again playful and fun and grows and ebbs with each of the little audience members joining it. And it's lighthearted, sexy, and fun, except every time, Aragus, you look down, there is locked eyes from Chester, the lute player, just beaming the hate right at you constantly as this goes on. Then they have some, they point at the one lady that's in the audience, and she comes up, and she doesn't dance, but she starts singing, and she's not a bad singer, and starts singing along some old bunny rhyme, and the audience loves it, and they're enjoying that thing as well. And then there is a flautist from the band that then gets up, and she's going to do a little solo to move on to the next scene. And as she gets out and goes up the stairs to go onto the stage, she is brusquely pushed aside by a halfling carrying a lute as Chester comes out and takes the center stage.
Oh, man.
And he says, "I will regale you all with a wonderful performance on my lute."
Oh, brother.
He says, "And to show you how good I am, I will invite someone from the audience to compare to.
Do it.
You up there!"
Vessel stands.
I am the
Go. Says, "You think you can play the lute, can't you? Come on down and show us all. You and me playing together."
There's a part of Aragus that is the performer that is still just kind of stands up and peeks over the balcony like, "Did you mean me?"
He says, "Quit stalling and come on down. They can't wait to hear you."
Well, I'm not quite sure. Perhaps you could...
He plays a challenging chord, whatever that means.
Okay. Well, what do you all think? And he kind of suggests to the crowd. See what's
The crowd cheers. They know this is totally staged.
Yeah, Aragus will go.
Hold on.
He's a plant.
No!
Aragus will try to get
milking
past
it
the
for the audience
knees
there.
of Cole and Caven and Vessel as he gets through the queue. Pardon me, excuse me.
Before he leaves, he gets enhance ability,
There you go.
which lasts a long while. Well, where the hell was it? I'm gonna have to find it. Hold on. Hold, please.
Hold for room tone.
Loot off, loot off, loot off.
boot off.
And in case there's any shenanigans, he's also blessed by Vessel.
Oh, what does
He-
Bless do?
It will just do attacks and saving throws, but if there's some sort of weird enchantment, he'll have some
Get a
additional
bonus
defense.
D4.
And he is given the Eagle's Splendor.
What does that do?
It is advantage on all charisma checks.
Okay.
Wow. Thank you.
Caven gives him a pat on the back.
-3 hit points.
The fullest extent of his power.
And it's concentration for an hour.
Oh, all right. You feel invigorated, Aragus.
Yeah.
And you disappear down the out your curtain and then down the stairs behind the scenes and out onto the thing, or do you want to risk some?
You also get 2d6 temporary hit points, so we'll see if it's more than 7.
What
it's
were my
11 now.
options about to be?
Wow. No, you're fine. You can go down. No options
Okay.
necessary.
Get Featherfall?
You arrive on stage. You see there's a couple other performers in makeup off stage that are watching you come through. One of the scantily clad bunny ladies escorts you, says, "Don't worry, you're going to do fine. You're going to do fine."
Thank you, my dear.
And they take you out onto the bright stage. It has been a while since you've been on a brightly lit professional stage, and you were not expecting to be side by side with Chester, the halfling lute player.
Vessel claps mechanically.
Ting, 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 ting.
And Chester just glares at you, but also just has this grin that he knows he's got you dead to rights. And as you get close, he says, "Here we have Aragus, self-proclaimed great player of the lute throughout all of Calvacade. He really thinks so much of himself. Let's see if he can live up to that."
He lives rent-free in your head.
Yeah, Argus just kind of shyly.
He leans in and says, "You're gonna eat it, Aragus. It's in C standard 452. Watch out for the double time halfway through."
He's giving me my own timing for my song.
Later, he's going to meet you at the top of the snow hill and challenge you to a race.
The band starts to play a song that has just a familiar 4/5/2 chord progression, and there's some dancers just dancing in the back, and then he starts playing along, and you start to just kind of follow along and figure out the song. And just as you start to have a sense of it, he then cuts into a bit of a solo and performs this great little ditty. And
Is it possible to prestidigitation some sound out of his lute?
what's the range?
Range on prestid. Oh,
It's 60, yeah.
yeah. Wait, do I even have prest? Never mind. I don't have it.
Aragus has become the magical guinea
Disregard.
pig. Now we're testing all the
let's
spells
try
on.
this.
Disregard.
Spell.
I don't have prestidigitation.
Okay. He then breaks out into this great solo of the lute, playing some high notes and some strange little triplet things in syncopation with the rhythm, and pulls off a successful
Oh,
performance.
minor illusion. So yes, I will do a sound, a very discordant sound, almost like a chord breaking,
Okay.
in the middle of his performance.
And the range is good on that?
No, 30 feet.
30 feet.
30
It would be
feet.
Comes out of
coming
the audience.
from
It's
the right
me
side of the
instead.
stage.
I'm
So sorry.
downstage.
Okay.
All right, I'm not gonna fuck with it
It
then.
just said, "You suck."
Yeah.
He performs well and nails his performance role. And so what you can do, Aragus, is you have 5 performance attempts to make. Each of you are going to do one at a time. He just made his. You choose your own target number. How kick-ass of a solo are you trying to pull
okay.
off? He just pulled off his successfully. I will not tell you what his target number is. Whoever passes the highest target number wins it.
Okay.
That's 3 out of 5.
I like that. That's nice.
Okay. So first
You
roll.
should get advantage though
what's your
with
target number?
enhance ability though, right? Because it's
was
a
it-
charisma check.
Any
Was it advantage?
Any charisma?
Okay. So
Okay.
you now have advantage. We need to know what your target number is you're aiming for with your performance skill with advantage.
20. Come on.
With my performance skill, I will go for a
14.
We'll go 14.
14. All right. He nods at you, and you break out into an Aragus solo.
That is a 16 plus 22.
There's a pass. With your 14, you beat his 10, and you now have one. You easily have the better solo, and you get the bigger applause from the audience. The dancers are getting more into it. The band is building a bit into it, and then he frowns, and then he dives into a slightly more challenging one. And then he nods at you again to go.
In the middle of his, Fiona would like to do something.
Yes.
An
She takes a copper out, does a little bit of tinkering with it, and hands it to Cole. Cole, can you throw this copper at him?
Oh yeah.
Do it.
Oh yeah. And Cole will throw it. Do I just throw it? Do I make it ranged?
Well, I mean, I don't know what you have
I
to
can
do.
wing it. Wing.
Where's it going, Cole?
I'm gonna go right. Like it's the little copper, so just right for his noggin.
Okay. And because you're Cole, who is his?
Oh yeah. Yeah. I'm shooting at the halfling.
Oh, okay. And
Yeah.
again,
I'm
sorry?
who is the halfling?
Oh, sorry. I'm gonna throw it at the halfling with the loops.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So just real quick, just to recap, there's might be more than one on the stage. So once again,
Yeah.
The whole
So
audience down below.
there's 2 halflings on stage. I'm gonna throw it at the one that's playing music
currently.
with the lute.
So this is a 50-50.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
what's happening.
That's just what's happening.
All
Throw
right.
it at the
So
halfling that's
evens
not
it's the left.
Aragus.
Odds it's the right. Everyone good for that?
Sure.
20-20. We're good for this.
Yeah,
That's gonna
that's
be 10.
about average.
So I'm shooting it for the guy on the left.
On the left happens to be Chester.
Okay, get him. Wing.
Chester gets hit in the head. Ah!
And it's, when it hits him, so what I did was it's magical tinkering, and I can imbue a non-magical object. This one is going to have a a 6-second long recorded message. And it's going to simply go.
All
Right
right.
in the middle of his performance.
I have redone his roll then with disadvantage, and I'm going to let you describe a little more then because he got a natural 1 on that.
Oh,
A
okay.
19 and a 1.
So he starts playing. He's doing all right, doing pretty good. And then he gets hit right in the forehead with a copper, and it stops him from playing. Like, what happened? What happened? And then there's that big long fart sound. And
We just can't
good
recover
luck.
from that?
Yep. Good
With
luck
a
going on.
strong
after that.
reverberation.
Yeah, he tries to get back in and he can't. And he just stops and shakes his head.
And it fills his butt a
You
little
just
bit.
need a pass. Just something
So yeah,
simple.
if it matters at all for his next roll, while that happens, just after Arrogance is going to say to him, "If you need a shit bucket, I performed on one just last week," and then I'll do my roll again. Am I still?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. What's your target number?
My target number will be. We'll go for 14 again.
Okay.
Yep, and that is a 19 plus 6.
All right, you have 2 of 5. You just need one more. Best 3 out of 5. He's getting a little bit desperate. The song comes around back to his turn. He tries to shake off this craziness and is looking up in the balcony and dodging anything that's coming in the lights as he plays.
The shit bucket remark was actually unsettling words, so he will have a D6 stricken from his next saving roll.
What is
This is a
this?
bardic.
Doesn't that do damage?
No, it's a bardic inspiration
Oh.
feat. So he'll have 1d6 taken from his next saving throw before my next turn.
Don't mess with a trained
What
bard.
was it called?
Unsettling words. It's a natural bardic feat.
Oh, I keep thinking it's your cantrip, and it's not.
No. Not the same.
Why can
I can use either bardic inspiration
If
for
Chester
an
were
ally
a real
or against
bard,
an enemy.
he could do the same.
As a bonus action, you expend a Bardic Inspiration within 60 feet. Roll the Bardic Inspiration die. The creature must subtract the number from the next saving throw. So if he has to make a saving throw, he hasn't made a saving throw
Yeah.
yet. Okay.
Just on his next turn, if he has to.
Before the start of your next turn.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Roll your Bardic Inspiration die. We will keep that in mind.
2.
Okay. He is rolling
Big roll.
and doing his solo, trying to catch up now. He has 0. And hold on. I didn't know what his target number was. Okay. And he plays a solo, and it's pretty strong. What are you going to do?
Yeah. Argus will go again.
What's your target number?
Return with a solo with that 15.
15.
number.
Oh, you can do better than that. 19!
He takes the challenge. 16. We're gonna use a bardic inspiration. We're gonna use one of the DM inspirations.
Ooh,
Oh.
with advantage didn't make it, huh?
Oh wait, it's a persuasion roll or
Performance.
never mind.
The chord change almost gets
Actually,
him.
I will re-roll that because I have halfling luck that I've never used before. So any natural 1 I can re-roll.
Okay.
Does that count for advantage? Do I leave the advantage?
Good roll out.
Okay. That's my halfling luck with another natural 1.
But yeah,
Bardic
but you're rolling
inspiration.
You
advantage,
can only
not
re-roll
dis-
dice once.
Okay,
not
fair
I
enough.
throw another penny.
But
Yep.
you get the
So
upside.
that's-
Well,
of
you
that.
had 4 plus.
Oh, advantage. So yeah, 4.
Yeah.
plus
4, so 10.
plus your
So
yeah.
not
So I
great,
did not make my roll. I'm sorry.
but fair. Okay, good.
Thank
And
you.
he goes, yeah! And it comes around to him again, and he breaks out and confidently, oops, 1 die, he's not coined, and plays, and it is your turn, and he is smug.
Okay. We'll
Stop
go,
that, Argus!
go back down to the 14. We like that number. Yep, that's a 22.
And you beat him. You have 3 out of 5 versus his 1. Your last solo totally wins it and gets the audience's attention. How does that work out?
Yeah, he kind of just finishes with a ding. Well, thank you. I'll be just down the street if you want to see me next.
You missed
He's
a
modest.
brilliant opportunity to say, "I told you once, you son of a bitch, I'm the best there's ever been."
Oh no, Arrogance is on the stage. Arrogance is
Where's
ever
my fiddle of
good
gold?
sport.
Couldn't remember the greatest song in the world. No,
You'll try to be a good sport as long as you can, depending on
It's
what
just a
happens.
tribute.
Chester, the song crescendos. You get your speech out. The audience is clapping, and they're ready to continue with the tale of the lured bunnies. And it's quiet for a moment, and Chester comes up to you. He nods, then takes his lute, swings it over, and smashes it on the ground right next to you.
Wow.
says, "I hate you! I hate you, Aragus!"
It's all
So
part of the
many.
show.
And he kicks loot bits at your feet and stomps off.
That is so metal.
You get cheered and played off, Aragus,
Yep.
and
Take my bow.
one of the bunnies on her way out gives you a big kiss on the cheek, which you're allergic to. Some sort of no
Allergic to
judgment.
rabbits.
No
That's
judgment.
not real, sweetheart.
Leaves a big set of lipstick print on your cheek, and she gives you a wink as she scurries out onto the stage and continues their tale of being chased now by a farmer. And the scene continues on. Aragus comes up as the drama unfolds on the stage, and he seems, well, I don't know, how you feeling there, Aragus?
Yeah, he's feeling pretty good. He actually got to perform on the stage, so one step closer to one of his dreams. But coming back into the balcony spot, he can kind of tell that the coin toss, if nothing else, couldn't have been anything else but the group. So he walks right over to the troublemakers, of course, Fiona and Cole. No, he walks over to Valamir and Caven, mostly to Valamir, just like, "Spot on, dear boy, spot on."
I'm glad I could help, but the coin was not me. Only
May Selene not care.
It's just like,
I'm sick of your shit, Caven.
Got it? We'll talk about that one later.
Quite the happy group going on over in that corner of the room.
Find a god quickly. Before I make you meet one.
Cole, Fiona, was that your help then?
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know exactly who threw what, but it was a really good shot. It was me.
It sure was.
Well, I tell you this. If there's anyone in this place worth following, it'll be that no-good rat, Chester.
You think so?
An attitude like that isn't good for this company, and I don't think they're going to want someone like that here for long. So it could be, my guess, could be possible he's trying, if nothing else, to get a second thing going.
He's even tall enough to drive a wagon.
You see a cauldron of wood facade is being wheeled out, and the bunnies are being lifted and put in as they're going to be cooked or not by the farmer's wife. That scene is going on. You also see some road performer types coming out into the audience and asking for money, additional money to fleece them. But those of you who are less interested in the show, guessing that would be our Vessel and our Caven and our Valamir, may make insight rolls, please. Highest one will take.
19.
19's great. 19 it is.
19, take it.
19 it is. Caven, you see that they are trying to get money and leaning in and get money and leaning in and get money, not getting any response, and people just shaking their heads no. And then they do, and they get some young audience member to shake his head yes, and then they pick him up and escort him out through curtains to a little side area. So something a little more special going on.
Caven leans over to Cole and points that out. That Cole. They took that young man over to the side, through the curtain on the side stage.
They didn't even come to us. We paid for this.
I think.
Oh,
Right.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. What do we do?
I think we go investigate.
Okay.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Right.
Dramatically kicking in the door to the champagne room.
Yeah. Is there a way, not conspicuous, to head towards that part of the
We'll
theater?
find out. Immediately no, because as you leave the curtain, Haria, your attendant lady, she says, "Oh, I brought you another bottle of wine."
Bathroom.
Oh,
bathroom,
She's down there.
and leave the bottle. All right, he heads down with Cole.
Okay, Cole and Caven head down some stairs. You go past a bathroom, which is really just a hole, and down to an adventuring area from episode 2. And you guys make your way past the kitchen area, and you go past there's a door you open and close. It's a weird prop room. But not before Cole grabs something from there. That's up to you, Cole. And you guys continue on and find another audience member who's being taken by one of these road performers into a little champagne room style concept. A side door. It's got a painting of an elephant tumbling over with a big smile on its face, and opens up the door and brings the person in there. You can just see again some old but luxurious looking chairs and couches in there, but it's a guy, and they disappear inside and close the door.
Maybe a guy and a
Whoever
guy?
didn't grab a prop from the prop room, it's up to you then,
Oh, I totally did. Yeah.
can make a perception roll. 13.
Whoever did not.
Yes.
Perception 13.
Because the other one's like so distracted with their prop.
It's like a dagger. It looks like it's stabbing you, but it's not.
15.
It like goes into the handle. Look. Does that hurt? It doesn't, does
She's
it?
not with us.
It's very nice.
Ow. I'm still alive. Ow. It's fine.
Stone skin, right?
Yeah.
You see this, you do notice this road performer guy as he pulls the guy in and closes the door, just briefly sees you. You don't recognize him at all, but he does have a dagger tucked in his belt, and you can catch a brief glimpse of a tattoo of a snake on the inside of his wrist.
Cole. These are the men. These are the cult members. The cultists.
How do you know that?
I saw markings of a snake on his arm.
I mean, that's very, very light evidence, but it's good for me. Yeah.
And criticals are rolled and people are killed.
He had a tattoo!
He closes this cultist guy. I'm gonna
Close
call
this little side
close
room
his door and then leaves.
Nope, stays inside with him.
We should go in.
Yeah. We'll tell him we got the presidential suite.
Okay. We walk through the door. It swings in or out. This is important.
It's
Yeah.
gonna go in.
Swings in.
It'll swing whichever way you want it to swing.
Depends on the path of egress.
Caven turns the handle, pushes the door open.
All right, you turn the handle, push the door open, and you feel a flimsy little gate lock type latch locking it. And it even opens and gives in a couple inches. And you hear, "Go away!" from inside. And make another perception roll. 10.
I close the door
Okay.
and then push it open even harder with a 15.
15 for your perception?
Yeah.
He says, what did I just say he said?
Go away.
Go away.
Go away. And then you hear a hissing sound as well.
I wanna break the door open.
Easily broken open. You boot it open, and the door comes flying open, splintering off this cheap little lock. And there you see the audience guy is sitting on a chair, enthralled with this guy standing over him in a hood with a snake wrapped around his arm, hovering over the guy's face. And he also has like the guy's bag and purse and everything, taking it from him at the same time.
Caven goes directly for
And he looks stunned.
the neck of the snake, just below the head,
Okay.
to grab it.
Cole wields his prop dagger at the guy with the snake in his arm. Ah!
You're going to attack him with
I'm going
it?
to attack him with it.
All right, make an attack roll.
With the prop dagger?
Prop dagger, put attack roll. I don't know what the dagger's add is, but that's a 9. So if it's an unarmed, I'm going to add 5. That's 14.
That is a hit on the guy. You do 1d4 plus 3 fake damage, I guess.
Bludgeoning.
That is a 3 plus 3 fake.
His squib
3 plus
activates.
3?
Yeah.
All right, and it happens to be divided by 6, so it's 1 point of bludgeoning damage. And he just goes, "Ah!"
Just a full death act out.
He's doing like a soccer injury, rolling and rolling and rolling and rolling.
Basketball, he just pushes back and
Yeah.
slides across the floor.
And he looks at this wound and checks himself, and it just, and then he stabs at you with a real one. While he's not paying attention, and Caven is grabbing at his other arm, where there is a snake grabbed on. That is a 17 to hit you.
No.
Really?
18.
Ooh, swings, and you
I'm really tall. I can just
you
lean
parry that with your fake dagger, as they're known to do. Caven, you were able to grab onto the snake, and the snake unfurls from his arm, and you have total hold on the snake right now.
I just take it and I whip it.
You whip it?
Yeah.
You whip it good?
I whip it good.
All right. You whip the snake, and he goes, "No!" And he strikes at you.
Okay.
And that is a 12 to hit.
No, it's
This is
not.
my god.
He stabs and stabs, and you guys are dodging out of the way. The guy sitting in the chair, the audience member, is just shaking his head, going, "What?" And Cole, you can hear frantic footsteps, and a second hooded guy is running through towards the side room as well. You see him charging in, and he has a dagger, doing the exact same thing you did, but his doesn't look fake.
So the move I'm going to do is going to drop the dagger and pirouette with Daphne and just kind of like over the shoulder swing with the big warhammer, or sorry, the big spiked ball Morningstar over my shoulder. So I'm going to turn and hit him in the face.
Daphne the Morningstar, go for it.
That'll be 15
You connect and smash into this guy before he gets there.
for 6 damage.
6 damage is a huge blow. You crash into his...
Christopher, you're on deck.
you hit him in the hip, and he is badly hurt, but still alive. He stumbles, continues towards you, and desperately tries to skewer you with his blade, and gets a 21.
Oh, that hits.
For 4 points of slashing damage.
Ow, that hurts.
And Caven, we haven't heard from you in a bit.
Caven is going to use that snake in his hand as a whip.
All right.
And takes a lash at the neckline of this new guy rushing in.
Go for it.
Skin flies off.
That's 17.
17's a hit.
Wow. Where is? There we go.
It's 1d4
It
slashing.
is 3.
3 plus your strength. Yeah.
Plus
That's
strength.
finesse.
It's strength or dexterity. With
Oh,
finesse.
okay.
Yeah, for me. 2. So 5.
5 points of damage. You wound him badly with his own snake and decapitate the snake in one fell swoop. And he goes, "Oh, no!" And he will get his turn, and he will also try to kill you with his dagger, and that is a 16.
No.
And misses. Cole, so we have brothers back to back. Two of you inside. One of these guys just outside the door, one inside the door. Cole, what are you doing?
Swing it again.
Go for it.
Straight up, straight down. For, ooh, not as big, 13.
13 is a hit.
That's going to be a grand total of 8 damage.
8 is a brutal strike to the side of his head, and he's coming in through the doorway. You swing, you barely clear the doorway with your Morningstar, and then he, from Caven's point of view, just disappears from the doorway and is gone. Caven.
Caven takes another swing, this time with his warhammer since the snake is no longer in use. Oh,
Snake killer.
yeah. Ooh. I like that. He missed. He still had some gore on his hands from the dead snake. So
All right.
slipped.
Your attacker says, "You will only get the fangs," and swipes at you with a fangless 7.
You're
Mess
gonna
with the snake, you get the fangs.
Cole, there's no real room for you to swing without hitting your brother in this tight area.
Yeah, so the daggers are down, right? So I'm just gonna punch him in the face. I'm just gonna go straight up.
All right,
Yeah,
go for it.
big shot. Well, that's maybe not as big of a shot. That's 10.
10. You get a perfect blow, and right at the last second, Caven steps in front of you, and you pull it, and you miss. And Caven instead does what?
Caven is going to, with the backswing, try again. 10?
10 is not good enough.
All right.
Say a prayer or something.
He stabs and misses again. Just parry. Caven.
Caven?
Yeah, go ahead, Cole.
Can I grapple him? I just want to throw myself into him and hold him down because I'd like to ask him rather than kill him. If
There's
possible.
not. It's just too narrow of a space.
What if I bear hug Caven with the guy in the middle? We just squeeze him between a couple of rock glides.
Go for it.
Yeah, he is flanked. We should be rolling with
No,
advantage.
he's back against the interior of the room, and Cole's more near the door, and then you still have this fourth audience member who's like, "What's going on?"
Gotcha.
Yeah.
As you guys just like sumo wrestler together.
Honestly, you would
Get
think
the chair.
You would think Cole would want to see some of this show.
You're making me miss the bathtub scene. I've been waiting all night. 17.
17.
It's a stew pot, not a bathtub.
No, it is here.
Not helping.
Do you know how hard it is to fight with an erection?
This keeps getting in the way. Grapple.
Pierce.
No, not you.
He easily eludes that and is totally on to your craziness
What
with
a
a natural
bludgeoner.
20.
Whoa.
And dodges it.
Jackhammer.
He's slippery like a wet snake.
Oh, no.
Does that work? I don't know.
In this context.
He's
All right.
greasing up dramatically
I can't
between
grab him.
swings.
Take him down.
I will try a swing again with my warhammer. This time 19 with 12 damage.
12 damage with your warhammer. He easily slips out from underneath your grasp, Cole, and as he rises up with a smile and says, "You can't," and is destroyed.
You can't.
And then a blood-covered, kind of high-end audience member is just going,
You're okay. Hey, shh. Wipes some of the blood off his face.
Show of your life, right? You're welcome. Don't be too gold.
Don't forget you paid for this.
Yeah, his pouch and purse are on the floor.
Collect your things and go.
He grabs his stuff and is just
You have no
stunned.
god right now. You feel the grab?
And he shuffles out.
Caven,
Why do you have snake guts on you, man?
Caven wants to look around if there's another door or passage or something that
There are
goes
more doors
further.
and passages to more back areas, and there are also a couple performers, and there is a very large, portly, flaming sword swallower who was outside, who's staring at you guys amongst all this blood, this big old bear of a guy, and he just goes, and you hear lots of footsteps and people come running
I
down.
do believe that might be our cue.
Shall I roll initiative or shall you?
Down we go.
This show is getting better.
Which door looks the most nefarious, where it might lead to deeper and darker secrets?
Like some
Um,
snakes on a door or something.
There's no stakes on the door, but there are 3 other duplicates of this one, and then there is back the way you guys came, where's all the people are coming from.
Go through the middle. Open the middle door. See what's there.
All right, you kick open that door, and it is empty. And by the time you do that, there are multiple performers running in. And, hey, what's going on? And they come charging in. That one's got a weapon, and they killed that. And trying to calm it comes some of your friends?
Yeah, if we can.
Or accelerate it. I don't know what the approach is.
We'll see.
Escalate, de-escalate.
All right, you guys come running in, and also in
Is this
comes,
police de-escalation or actual de-escalation?
comes the manager, Quinrus Goldring comes
People of
in.
color here.
And he says, all right. What's happening here? What do we have here now? Everyone slow down. We don't want any trouble.
Where are they?
He says, oh, what's happened here? You won't believe it. I found them killing them, and they attacked him.
Where do they take them after they charm them with the snakes?
And Quinrus says, all right, let's all calm down now.
Haven just walks right up to him.
All right, he backs away. Yes, everything's
Where
fine.
do they go?
I sense a refund coming your way for tonight.
Haven grabs him by the neck.
Ah!
Where do they go?
Make an intimidation with advantage, please.
I'm going to use a hero point. 11 was the best I did there, so 18.
12 was your target number. It was pretty good. He says, he's shaking it in your arms. He says, all right, everything's fine, everyone. Go back. Let's finish the show here. My new friends and I, it's just a misunderstanding, and we can retire to my office, good sir.
And Caven helps him to the office.
All right.
And still around.
He's like, no, good show. Don't keep going. You did great tonight. Keep it up. No, everything's fine. And Caven's taking him to the office. Anything else you folks are doing?
Follow.
Cole, after everyone leaves, checks the other two doors. He said Caven was in the one in the middle, so as he's going, door to the right, then door to the left, elbows him in.
All right. All the rooms are... no, one of the rooms has a guy who appears to be in a daze, and he has no belongings on him, but there's no one else in the room. And he's just kind of just sitting there, just rocking gently, looking at a wall. The other door has a guy who's having the time of his life with a naked woman climbing all over him.
Okay. I'm going to stay there for a little bit. Just
Okay. On the up and up.
Keep going
Yeah.
until I say so.
Pretend I'm not here.
He closes the door behind him.
Vessel in the pseudo House of Ill Repute
Are you
still.
up for a six-way? I don't know math.
I've got 2 hands, 2 feet.
And Daphne.
What was that, Vessel?
Vessel in this House of pseudo Ill Repute will still
There's no pseudo.
Yeah.
prepare the bodies and say a blessing over them for their passing on.
For their meeting with Poraith.
For their meeting with Paraith,
Good luck with the big P.
checking the
That's said
bodies
in this theater a
themselves.
lot.
As doors are closed.
It's their slogan under the marquee.
A vessel is
Please
further.
don't text Seth that later tonight.
Well, that could be taken out of context.
You ready for some pictures?
I'm sorry. Vessel was doing an important...
Vessel's not doing anything. He's just
He's done with the
He's
scene.
done.
He's decidedly
just-
uncomfortable.
he's joining the hot tub scene.
He's looking for a new group to join.
Yeah. The Father Mulcahy of the group is not happy. All right. Then several of you are in Mr. Goldream's office as he is not so gently tossed to his luxurious chair, I'm guessing. And he goes, ooh! And his top hat falls to the ground. We seem to be under some terrible misfortune and misunderstanding.
Now you listen here. I was told this is a top-rate establishment. And I come to find my friends buried up to their 8-foot-tall necks in blood. Not their own blood, but the blood of people doing ill-repute work on a poor victim.
2, 3, 2.
An unknown amount of victims, known only to Cole.
The third one was definitely not a victim.
You must come clean or explain your innocence.
He said, this is clearly, who are you all? You don't seem like our normal patrons.
We're the defenders of Foren. I mean, the group of associates known to save a place for a time or two.
That is
Put
straight
that on the title.
Working title.
We're not married to it. No, answer.
The unofficial Amithra investigator.
We are simply... We tried to be honest with you in our efforts to look for the elder Asania couple. A couple known to this city. Respected amongst the people. And yet some of your performers toy with them like they do the common folk.
I have not seen the Asanirs here in quite some time, at least a week or so.
So they were here.
They came 3 shows ago, and then they came last week, and dealing with those sordid characters downstairs. I would love it if we could keep this between us and not involve the city guard. And he opens a drawer.
Who are those sordid characters?
He closes the drawer.
I believe that will depend on you.
He reopens the drawer. I can do this all day.
He says they are they're companions of Heria. She has interactions with them, and they've made their presence known here at the theater for the last couple months. I do my best to keep the show going. The show must go on, right?
Where do their victims go after they've been fleeced?
They are sent outside, out the back, and out into the city streets. I don't care too much about it, and I've been told not to pay much attention to it. And
Why do you let this go on in your establishment?
I don't want to be harmed. I don't want the place to be damaged, and I don't want the place to be taken over.
Haven takes his warhammer out.
Who's threatened you?
He's
Get
about
some mixed signals.
We won't hurt you.
He says some fellow named Krellick has come in and
Where would we find this Krellick?
I don't know. He comes in and spends his time with my lovely assistant and then goes his way and has made very threatening situations here. And I hope we are all gentlemen here and you are not trying to make similar threats here. Because I won't stand for it, although I've clearly shown that I have.
We're not here to threaten you. We want to find out what's going on. So
And
this Krellick is friends with Heria?
Yes.
Okay.
Seems we should be perhaps chatting with Heria.
Are we going to wait for him to reopen that drawer?
What's in the drawer, friend?
He says, you are not with the city guard, though. We have established. Yes, we are all good
Because you have to
friends.
tell me. If you're with the
You have to
guy,
tell me.
you have to say it out loud.
We're all good friends here working towards a common cause.
We are indeed. We are just as interested as getting rid of these little snake fellows as you might be.
Wonderful. And he locks his drawer.
So what's in that drawer, friend?
He says, the future of the theater. Great songs, wonderful lyrics, bold plots.
Were you planning on buying us off?
I wouldn't dream of it unless
That we could be definitely bought off.
He gets his key out. He says, perhaps 10 gold might keep your silence here of what you witnessed tonight.
20 sounds better.
20 gold!
On top of the 5 that you charged gold.
Yes. On top of the refund, indeed, that was promised upon us.
Plus interest.
The longer you take.
And a yearly protection that you'll owe us now.
Compounds minutely.
He unlocks the drawer and reaches in and pulls out a coin and another gold coin and another gold coin and slowly pulls out 25 coins by what you counted.
Sounds about right.
He says, You wound me, good sir.
But we will get rid of these snake people for you, no worries. A small cost to pay.
You speak. That is a good investment, yes. That's how I will write it off.
I don't know if you can you can write that off on your taxes or not. But
Where, before we leave, where will we find Aria?
Haria.
That's what I said, right?
Oh, I don't know.
Aola?
She's like the
Areola?
main person, right?
She's the hostess.
Hostess,
Yeah, she's touched, I think, all of you.
Yeah.
In our hearts.
Yeah.
Touched by a Harrier.
She's always around. I'm sure you could find
Yeah.
her.
She lives here?
Yeah, finding her won't be an issue.
Yes.
Okay.
Cole has a, or
No.
Vessel has a dramatic realization and starts feeling for his pouch, recalling back to Harriet being around him and whatnot, and he tries to find his pouch.
All right, roll 2d10.
Oh, wow.
Roll 2d10.
And you then are missing that many of your most valuable coins from the top down.
All right. I'm broke.
You are penniless?
I am penniless.
All right, you find yourself devoid of coins as you guys leave his office. Oh, by the way, Vessel, you're doing that as you're doing this charitable act of attending the dead, too. That's
I
the
know,
sad part
yeah.
of it. As you leave Quimris's office, he says, oh, and the money transaction that we had of you taking care of the snake people, I assume that also means taking care of the ones you've already taken care of?
I believe we've already taken care of them. Thank you.
Okay.
I mean, that's what we mean by take care of.
Caven about faces and walks back into the office and stands with his warhammer just on the floor and his arms resting on it and tells, what's his name?
Quinris steps back from the doorway.
Oh, God.
I believe the soup kitchen could use a donation as well.
The soup kitchen.
The soup kitchen of Solene.
Of course.
I can pass it along.
He is not an authorized member.
Vessel affairs. Of course. He begrudgingly goes back and unlocks his drawer and pulls out some money and drops off 10 silver into your hands.
That'll buy your way back in.
He says that should take care of a lot of hungry mouths.
Silver is the chosen currency of Solene. May you be blessed. And he walks away.
He
And
closes the door as
You are
fast as he
doing-
can.
and that will go to the soup kitchen.
All right.
Will
Not
it?
yet.
It will.
Will it?
It will.
Okay.
Great. Okay. And we will take our break there, and we will be back right after this. Our heroes are looking about through the cavalcade for Haria, I believe.
Haria.
Correct.
You ask around, you see there's a lot of commotion. The show is quickly wrapping up with a couple of music numbers. The performers are not going on. The sexy bunnies are distraught. Can you believe they killed? Oh my God, there's someone dead. No, they're not. There are people, big lunky performers that are covering up bodies and not surprisingly struggling with where to take them per se. They're not the most upright citizens, so they already have a plan for what to deal with these kind of situations.
They have a
Buffet Sunday.
Ooh.
And
The soup kitchen's getting a donation.
Oh, God.
And you,
Meat's back on the menu, boys.
So bad.
you ask around. It doesn't take long before you find her dressing room with a couple of the other performers, and you gently knock upon the door.
No.
No, Caven's in a mood.
Yeah. Yeah. No, we open the door.
No, we knock on the door.
Okay.
We don't enter a female's dressing room, Caven.
I
Caven.
love the idea that Caven's just reaching the door and Argus is like, no, no, no.
Argus
Just appears
steps
right
in
of
front
him.
and is like, no.
There are rules of etiquette.
Yeah, we knock on the door.
All right.
He allows Caven to knock, but we knock on the door.
You knock on the door, and one of the bunnies opens up the door a bit and says, "It's you."
Where's your snake charmer?
And she says, "Go away."
Harriet.
It's not Harry. It's one of the bunnies. She closes the door.
No, he's asking. He's verifying that.
She closes the door.
Caven puts his hand in the door.
Cole gets Caven's hand and pulls it back out. There's other doors. And he walks over to the next one and knocks on it.
Okay, that door opens, and there is a very slender guy who was on stilts earlier, who is wearing nothing at all, opens it up. And he says, "Well, hello.
Well, hello. I am,
My name is Dingle Dingle."
Tinkle, tinkle.
I was in the pool!
Well, wiggle waggle.
Dingle Dingle. I'm looking for Harriet. Have you seen her?
"Oh, right this way." And he, just like you did with your brother, takes you by the hand.
Wait, he's still in the nude.
He's still in the
Oh,
nude,
yeah.
yes.
It's not his hand, he took him by.
These
call me the
are
prehensile
theater
one.
people.
Hold on to this and don't let go.
The baby elephant walk. Hey, he knows the baby elephant walk. Nice. Christopher, I'm not joking. Gain a hero point. And he pulls Cole back over to the next room, does a little knock, 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 knock code, and the door opens, and he says, "Oh, no, don't worry. No, he just wants to see Harry. He just has some special thing he wants to probably do with Harry. I know it's not the right time. No, it's fine." And he motions for you, Cole, to come in. He goes in with you, pulling you in, and says, no, and closes the door on the rest of you, bringing the most charming, socially graceful creature of the group, Cole, into this dressing room. That's when you hear the angry pitter-patter of Stewie footsteps running. And boom! Aragus is tackled to the ground by Chester. You bastard! He pins you to the ground and says, "So, first, my special loot goes missing. Not a couple days later, you show up. You show me up in front of everyone else, and now you're killing people, all to just stick it in my face. You love sticking it in my face, don't you, Aragus? Well, you're not sticking it in my face anymore, are you?
Some heads poke out.
You really don't stick it in my face. Please.
Please don't stick it in my face!
Please don't. Oh my God.
Have you sitting next in between us right now?
Someone's having a flashback.
Tim's enjoying this episode too much. For the
Will
rest
not
of
be
this,
visiting the Calvacade
Tim's
again.
no longer a player in the game. He's just going to sit back and enjoy.
The role of Chester will not be played by Tim.
No! We'd have to do Patreon only for that.
If I roll a nat 1, that's what happens.
Chester is on you. Little spittle drops after each curse word.
Accusations, get off of me!
And he gets off of you with, but not before stepping on your belly as he gets off with his little halfling foot. You're disgusting as you are. It's stinky.
I learned all my tricks from you, apparently.
I learned it by watching you, Dad.
Oh, Chester Willoughby, oh god.
He says, "Mark my words, Aragus, if I ever see you again, something's gonna happen."
Oh, come on, you can be more creative than that.
Comma, Biff. And he storms off in a tiny little huff.
Nice to see you again, Lester.
That's Chester! And inside this darkened dressing room with 3 scantily clad women getting out of their costumes, quite distraught over the scene in the back area of dead people, is Cole trying to find your way, get your eyes to adjust this darkened area. There's a couple mirrors. There's a lamp casting a little bit of a dull orange glow, and it's hard to see. Thankfully, you have a guide of a tall, slender, completely naked man putting a hand on your left shoulder and
hands.
whispering in your ear, "They're right over there."
Oh, okay. Thank you.
There you go.
Here I go.
I don't know if it's Cole who's unsettled or Jeremy who's unsettled. Either way, a saving throw's coming.
Cole walks in to where he was probably pointed at.
All right, in the darkness, you can see the 2 bunnies, and beyond them is the hostess, Harriet, who greeted you at the entrance.
All right, Harry.
She says, "Oh, what? Yes. She gets herself prepared and straightens up and wipes away a tear and stands up and says, "Oh, I hope your evening has gone well, sir.
So far, it's been full of surprises.
Are you looking for some additional surprise, perhaps?"
I am.
Wow, she's a trooper.
Yeah.
This has been a great time, and the
Tim,
only
you cannot
thing
get her, Graham.
the only thing I can think of that would make it better right now would be to have a conversation with Krellick.
With Krellick,
Yeah.
her demeanor changes.
It seems to me that this theater has been under some sort of threat for some time now, and I don't think that you are safe or anyone else here is safe when there's robed people with knives down below that are abducting audience members. Don't worry about it. I took care of a couple of them.
You killed them.
Well, yes.
Boom! Hold on.
Celine strikes you for lying.
Boom! She slaps you across the face. You bastard! Those were my friends.
Your friends pulled knives on me.
Boom! No, you anticipated that one. You do a catch the hand and stop her. There's the only danger here is you. You're the murderer.
That's entirely true. And I can keep doing it. How about you find me Krellick so we don't have to kill anyone else tonight?
Why do you want to find Krellick? You're not looking for the truth. You're looking to just bring chaos and murder everywhere you go. You're a monster.
I slap her back.
Oh!
I'm holding one hand and I just right across.
With a bonus, you are slapped by Dingle Dingle.
By Dingle's Dingle Dingle?
He just goes up and he slaps, stops me.
No, you slap her. She falls back with a gasp, and then you are smacked up awkwardly the side of your right ear for a total of 1 point of bludgeoning damage by Dingle Dingle from behind.
Yeah.
Hey, no!
Dingle Dingle. I understand why you did that. Do you know why she slapped me?
You better leave.
I will. As soon as I find out about Krellick.
And he make an intimidation roll.
Well, my charisma's feeling pretty strong, but he's very naked. 3.
Do you have a hero point? I'm just
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna spend it on Dingle Dingle.
He grabs onto your wrist and says, "You're leaving right now."
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
Oh no.
Only on video, folks.
That's that scene from Airplane.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're faint of heart. Be glad you're listening on podcast.
Yeah.
All right.
We're going to owe a couple apologies at the
What, to the prehensile? I mean,
Yes.
yeah,
We
I'll
need
make
to
that
double
apology.
check YouTube's terms and conditions. All right. Yes.
Cole's gonna get a little darker. His demeanor's just gonna change, and just no longer the hands up trying to be conversational. Now I'm standing, stoic, large,
Well, with
rock-like.
that 3, it's not translating well.
It's an awkward pause. I
And-
have like a bent knee. It's like trying to keep myself
You're
upright.
shifting uncomfortably because there's kind of nakedish people around you.
You
are
can't draw your eyes away.
Hey, buddy, my beard's up here.
Never seen it so big on a human.
You're holding up Daphne for comparison.
Which end?
Boy, if I could count.
Which end of Daphne is poking out?
Oh,
Got some dangle.
You are surrounded in a triangle of scantily clad bunny actress, scantily clad bunny actress, and nude
Male performer.
slender performer.
Would Argus remember the knock that the
Absolutely.
Dingle Dingle give? He will give that knock
Okay.
on the door.
You give that knock, and the Dingle Dangle says, "This can only go 1, maybe 3 ways," but then there's a hold that. And he turns away. Your lady, Harriet, is further back, trapped in this room, in this dressing room, further back, away from the immediate scene.
Okay.
He goes and opens up the door and says, "We have a problem." What?
As soon as he opens the door, what can Argus see in the crack of the door? Like in the crack, as it's opening.
At eye level, you have to part the curtain. That's true.
Can Tim leave for a moment so I can speak a sentence? Can I say one sentence? Stepping on every other way. I see the hole, the door ajar. What do I see?
We'll let the audience choose. Is it a beaded curtain or a gerbil feeder? You choose now. Lock in your votes.
Checking for the natural one I rolled. Description roll.
Oh, man. All
I think
right.
Gerbil Feeder should be the episode title.
Can I see the situation?
The word you're looking for is pendulous.
Yeah, you definitely see the situation.
I like this episode.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you don't have a god.
Hard place.
You are more fun without a god, that's for sure. A little boring
title.
with so
That
many
needs
on
to
your
be a
side.
T-shirt.
You're more fun without a god. Absolutely.
You
man.
look right. You look left. You look right. And you can see through
Dingle,
the
dingle, yes.
see through between the knees of Dingle Dangle. You can see Cole is surrounded and looking as menacing as he can, but he also looks kind of under pressure at the same time. Like he can't handle the situation.
Distance to Cole, I'm guessing this is like kind of a second.
Oh, it's like 20 feet.
A blue mist will appear
That's
as
copyrighted.
as
Season 1.
Argus will disappear and reappear in between Cole and Harriet using Misty Step.
All right, you appear on the other side of Cole and between Harry and him.
My lady, please don't be alarmed. Cole, what are you doing?
I'm getting answers.
No, he's not, says one of the performers.
Everyone, I understand the situation is dire. It will only get worse if you don't help us.
Dire.
Dire.
Then you will die more.
Look at him.
Now a wizard appears.
Some of your friends are not your friends, madam. If you are innocent, then help us now.
She says, I am innocent. I am guilty of only love. Unlike this monster, she says, pointing at the Goliath, Cole. He's a murderer and a killer and threatening to kill all of us in this room.
Is that true, Cole?
Well, not the bunnies.
It's not so bad. The bunnies live. It appears on its face that Cole to be the villain. But lest you judge a book by its cover, you would have no performers in this cavalcade, excuse me. The outcasts are the very thing that keep your business thriving. And it seems you've let some common folks swindle you in a very common way by bribing you for protection of some kind.
You have it all wrong.
Then explain it to me, madam.
You can't handle the truth. It really fits.
But I want the truth, I think. Reverse.
You cannot handle the warmth that Krellick offers. You don't want to receive it. Stop it, Tim.
Don't know what I want.
I didn't do it this time.
She grabs you by the hand and says, I can see it in your eyes that anything that Krellick has to offer you would never take.
Then why did this establishment, famed as it is across the world over, succumb to such a thing?
Because the truth and light that Krellick gives people like me, and she looks around and Dangle's just shaking his head no. She's all alone in this.
Okay.
Gives meaning to all of this chaos. And even the senseless deaths that murderer did.
Is it senseless or has meaning?
A muffled correction on the other side of the door. Can be made whole and given shape with the words of Krellick.
The snake wasn't saying any words. It was just robbing the guy blind by
Don't
being
you
enchanted.
say anything bad about the snake. You know nothing.
These aren't the first
You're ignorant.
snake charmers we've come across. This would be, I think, the second time we've come across them in the dead of night. Only taking from those alone and
charmers in the dead of night.
hexed to some degree, charmed perhaps, but under a spell, no doubt.
Only the weak ones.
So you admit you take advantage of those who cannot fend for themselves.
Only the weak ones. Are you a weak one?
Why don't you try and find out?
She
Pinches her hand a little
You
bit.
better roll it better than 3.
because these ladies are good. She recoils a bit from that.
Harrier, we don't have to be enemies. I don't necessarily see you and Cole becoming good friends after tonight. But if we can simply part ways, what better situation could you ask for? To be left alone from both Krellick and us.
I don't want to be left alone from Krellick. I want as much of Krellick as he allows.
And your performers, what do they receive?
Who cares? If they can't see what Krellick offers, like you, small-minded and with a cold heart and unaccepting, then there's no saving you then.
Cole, you might have seen a little twitch when she said small-minded to Aragus.
Now it's Cole holding you back.
I am disappointed in the Cavalcade's choice and leadership. It seems you're not worthy of my time or my companion's efforts.
Oh, you can take your disappointment and shove it up your tiny little ass.
We'll take it to Quinris and see if your career lasts the evening.
You don't need to be involving anyone at all. You just need to go.
You can involve Krenlin?
Krellick.
Krellick. Or we will involve Quinris.
Why?
A Q or a K.
So you can threaten him?
Aragus Willoughby makes no threats to anyone, but he never backs down from a challenge.
We're looking for someone, and we think that Krellick has her.
Krellick has no one against their will. He invites those, and those worthy are accepted into his embrace.
Even
you get the warmth
Asiniers?
or you get the fangs.
Say that one more time.
You heard me.
Say it slower.
Such a weird episode.
Yeah.
This is your last opportunity.
Oh, so now no threats being made?
I don't think you need to stay here anymore.
What are you talking about?
I think we're going to take you with us. If Krellick won't come to you here, maybe he'll come to you there. Cole takes a step forward.
All right, make another intimidation roll, and Aragus.
I said I don't make threats.
Aragus, you can affect that roll.
Yeah,
you can choose
yes, sir.
with the words you said. You did both persuasively and intimidatedly. You can give advantage to Cole if you want, or if you're worried about his approach, you can give him disadvantage to the roll. It's your choice.
We'll go advantage.
All right. Threatening beside you is the halfling Aragus.
Wow, one of them was a 2, and the other one is a 2.
Ooh.
So I went from a 3 to a 2. Wow.
Still have that hero point?
I have a hero point.
You do.
I'm going to use it. Can't believe I'm using a hero point for an intimidation roll. All right. I mean, you're going to come with us. 19.
She says, fine. I'll take you to him. And then you'll see what true love and what true pain is. It all depends on how open your heart is, and I've seen nothing but darkness in your terrible, terrible hearts.
Thank you.
She spits at your feet. Dingle Dangle gives her some big coat to put on. And he says,
Well, I would make a comment about your heart, dear lady, if I could find it.
she
Mage hand!
there's no one there.
I can't even do that spell.
She comes with you. Dingle Dangle says, come back soon, and I'll try and find you if you're not back in an hour. And she just shakes him off, and she storms out of her dressing room, if allowed.
Go.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Following.
She storms out, opens the door, and sees a quad of heroes leaning against the door.
Stacked up on the door.
That's a term we should use loosely at this point.
A quad of heroes?
Heroes.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
And she bursts through and she says, ugh, and pushes past the rest of you and walks out the back door of the theater.
She seems nice.
We are going, willingly or otherwise, to see Krellick.
She's definitely not willing. But I'm right behind her.
Okay. She is walking out to the back of the theater and through the city streets, followed by the group, unless there's anything else you want to do at the theater or something else.
Catch a show?
The
bunny show?
Yes.
Another dip in the cauldron.
That's when it gets a little blue. And she walks and walks and walks in a huff, and it's quite the scene as this oddly dressed, like trench coat wearing woman walking through with overly done stage makeup on, being followed in a line with like Goliaths and wizards and halflings. Oh my.
Probably more a wedge.
All right. And at some point, a voice calls out as you're walking from one alley to another and says, what's going on? And you see a city guard flagging you down. Stop there.
What does she do?
She stops and turns around with a smug look on her face and doesn't say anything at all and just looks at all of you with her arms crossed, like, deal with this. The guard comes up and says, what's What's all this then?
Going for a walk.
This is a little unusual.
Friends walking down the street?
All of you with a wonderfully dressed, with a oddly dressed lady. No offense, ma'am. She says nothing.
Who's to say you're not the oddly dressed one?
He says, we won't have any of that.
You're under arrest.
Weren't you told to stay quiet and keep it down? So explain what's happening. Late at night, walking around with a lady somewhere. This doesn't look all the more legal to my eyes.
Well, you're
What's,
familiar.
No.
No, I was just going to say, well, you're familiar, of course, with the Calvacade just down the way.
Yes.
Well, we've just come from the Tale of the Bunny show. A bit tiring, as you can imagine. We're on our way back to the old Rotten Duck for a spot of ale.
And our thing is all to share one bunny.
Oh dear.
What are you looking
Mute
for?
this side. From here down. Mute.
What are you looking for here?
He says, I'm looking for the truth and making sure nothing untoward isn't happening.
We're just walking down the street. That's all we're doing.
Hunting rabbits. Sorry.
Make a persuasion roll. Fiona.
Yay. Natural 20?
Whoa!
He says, didn't I see some of you? Oh, you were at the execution, weren't you?
We sure were.
Oh. Say no more. I understand this is probably something quite important. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Good evening.
Good choice.
And he leaves you alone. Fiona has a smug look on her, returns the smugness to Harriet, and she looks a little confused. Execution? And
Now march.
she continues on her way. She takes you to a seedier part of the city, past some more industrial buildings where there are like a lumber yard and then a foul-smelling tannery. And not too far from it is a mansion, a old, dilapidated mansion with boarded-up windows, a couple stories. It's got like 2 towers on the far side that only go up like 2 or 3 stories, but it's big, thick old brick. Looks to have been a nice place long ago, but has definitely fallen into disrepair. And she goes up to it and she says, "This is where Krellick is, and he will have plenty to say to you." To Cole. Yeah.
Well, go ahead and give the knock.
She goes up and she gives a different little secret knock. Knock, 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 knock. And
Knock, 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 knock.
there's no answer. She opens up the door. It's not locked. And she goes inside, and it is a musky place, very dark, poorly lit. And you can smell again lots of incense. This stuff is more foul than before. There's a different kind of aroma going on. It's a little choking, a little hard to breathe. And you go inside to this mansion. Your eyes are trying to adjust to the light, although someone can see.
And Valamir has actually cast See Invisibility, which will last for 1 hour.
Okay. And Valmir's casting See Invisibility. Fiona can make a perception roll herself.
Where do we see our vision?
Oh, man. I rolled a 5. I'm going to burn my hero point. Another nat 20.
Oh, wow.
Wow, nice.
Jesus Christ. You see you're in a large main room of this house, and there are a bunch of couches and beds and pillows strewn everywhere. There's some garbage in a corner here. There's like a hookah over here. You can see amongst some of the couches and pillows are some small writhing snakes that you're able to pick out in detail. You can also see there are a few let's say specifically 8 naked people that were getting heavy and hot right before you came, but are now all perfectly waiting behind couches and stuff at the far end of this room with weapons and hidden just below, knives and blades, and hiding and waiting. Like a surprise birthday party for all of you.
Yeah.
And you can see, you could make an insight roll as well, Fiona.
5.
Never mind.
You don't see it.
But it's there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what you see.
Watch out. There's some loose snakes and some naked aggressors.
Okay.
You can't see anything but darkness.
My name is Cole Boulderfall. We are here looking for the Asinors.
Snores.
18 to hit you, Cole.
Hits.
Shoo! A blade comes tumbling through the air, slices into you for 6 points of slashing.
Ow.
And Harry, anticipating this, runs out the front door. If able.
Haven grabs her.
Okay. Make athletics. Make an athletics roll.
7.
I'm gonna roll versus
Cole, your
her.
temporary hit points have failed. You've taken 4 total points of damage.
I see the same.
She is, as we've already established, very good at escaping grasps and eludes you with ease and scurries out and is running down the streets back the way she came, laughing.
All right. So we're
Knives are being
Drawn
thrown,
an-
and we have
roll
a
initiative?
battle on our hands.
Is it on the battle map?
It is on the battle map.
These better be snakes I'm about to see.
And a bunch of naked people.
The snakes are insignificant. Bump.
You have a battle map for nude combatants.
I do.
but they're not naked on the battle map.
Use up to square.
Yeah, I want to see pictures. What are we looking at here?
Can you zoom in?
Enhance.
All right.
Magnify.
That is our battle map. Those of you folks who want to
Wow.
see this, by all means, check out the video on YouTube or join us on Twitch. You can see it live. So there are, it's a big room. What is it? It's about 60 by 60 room with, again, mansion that's been abandoned and then taken over by these weird snake folks. There are 4 of them to the northwest corner, 4 of them to the northeast corner, and they are attacking. However, with Fiona's warning, they do not get a free surprise round, and you guys get to go. Vessel is up first with a total of 20 on initiative. Nice. Vessel's up, then Caven.
I love that skull in the floor.
I do too. That looks cool.
Vessel casts upon Cole. Yeah, it's got to be Cole. Shield of Faith, as the other target has none. Shield of Faith is on
Oh, yeah.
Cole. That is +2 to your armor class.
Oh, nice.
Concentration based. However, that is not the first. The room is still dark, yes?
It is still quite dark.
Finding a... Would there be a
Yes,
hanging...
absolutely.
Cast cantrip light on it
Okay.
for a big beacon of 60 feet.
There is a bright light, and a vessel lights up the room, and you guys suffer no disadvantage from dealing with the dark. Nice job.
Nice.
That's a good first move.
Anything else?
That's it.
That's
Caven.
not concentration or anything, is it?
The Shield of Faith is concentration based.
But your light isn't.
The light is not.
Caven uses his charger feet and runs to the furthest. What do we call these guys?
Naked
Cultist.
cultists.
Yep.
Nudists.
Runs to the furthest cultist.
Interrupted orgy.
Be
Yeah,
45
just three
feet.
living
That's fine.
people, man.
Wait, no,
Dog pile.
fine.
They
Make it
try
all the
and
way.
grapple you guys like, no.
Eh.
No.
Who wants to
And-
play Stomp the Snake?
I brought protection.
And I take a swing with a +5
To
to
damage.
damage. So that's 15 to hit,
Is a big hit.
and that's 11 damage.
11 damage, destroys the cultist.
Oh my god.
Goodness.
Wow.
Why
Probably
can't-
means there's more somewhere hiding.
May Pathos judge you.
They're the snakes.
All right, Aragus.
Wait. May who?
I
Who?
said may Pathos judge you.
Pathos? Is that a god?
Wraith.
Paraith.
Wraith.
Paraith. Sorry.
Wraith.
All right.
That's what you say?
Vessel's keeping score on this. So
I mean, he's who judges.
I'm just saying.
All right, Aragus.
Okay. Yeah. Slightly distracted by the shouting he hears. Aragus will run to the boxes on the right there to the east. And if I can get behind them for cover. And how far away is the furthest of those enemies? Yeah.
The very furthest or the closest?
The furthest.
The furthest there straight up is 40 feet. The
Okay.
very furthest from you is 50 feet.
Okay. Let me just use all 30 of my feet to get to like the just in front of those boxes so that he's 30 feet. So Aragus is gonna point at the 4 enemies on the right hand side. Excuse me. After the light comes on, he just points to all of them and says, "Oh, you thought darkness was your ally," and casts Bane on them.
That's awesome.
You merely adopted the dark. I was born in it, and he will cast Bane at a level 2 on all 4 of those creatures.
Damn it. You get a hero point for that.
Thank you. So
I love the begrudging hero point.
so this is up to 3 and now up to 4 creatures that I can see within range. This is a concentration spell. Whenever a target that fails this saving throw makes an attack roll or a saving throw before the spell ends, they have to subtract a d4. So it is a...
They're all just affected by it.
Yes, it is a... I believe it's a... They're affected for it now, and then they have to make a charisma saving throw whenever they do an action.
Up to creatures.
Charisma saving
they make
throws.
charisma saving throws.
Yeah, whenever they fail this saving throw, they make fails the saving throw, makes an attack roll or saving throw before the spell ends. The target must
All right,
roll
so
a
they
d4.
can resist it right now, right off the bat. All right.
Okay.
So it was wisdom, I believe it said. What's
Charisma.
Oh, sorry.
Yes.
Let's check a look at charisma. That is good for you.
Yep.
And what is your spell DC?
Plus 2, so 12 is the DC.
That is you said 3 of them?
4.
4. Oh, okay. That's a 4 going from the top down. A 4, an 18, a 5, and a 3. Wow,
So
those are weird rolls.
3 of them are affected.
Are baned. Bane, and Bane. Got it.
And for a bonus action, I will call out to Cole, and I will just simply say, Cole, these ones may not feel quite all right, so get them while you can. And give you a bardic inspiration.
That I
Oh,
will.
that's good.
D6 to you for your saving throws,
Thank
attack
you.
rolls.
And it is Fiona's turn.
Fiona hears this and lights up the closest one with her crossbow.
Oh, dang.
For a natural 1.
Ooh,
You are extreme tonight.
Highs
She's
and
the
lows.
extreme.
Crossbow misses, flies through this old entrance and misses. Fiona, I believe, unless you're moving, is done.
Well, there's a cannon on top of Vessel. Doesn't see a lot of action, but right now it's gonna light up and
Please, not a 1.
for a 16,
Is a hit.
10 points of damage
Oh my god.
To whom?
to the first one.
This one?
Further south.
The furthest or the closest one to her.
Okay,
Closest one to it,
that's
that
it.
one
I just pinged. Okay.
I can't see the maps.
Oh, can't see the map. Oh,
Sorry, I was checking it.
That was that one I just removed right there. He is killed.
Okay.
All right. It is the cultist's turn. our friend Caven is next to a couple, and one runs right over to him and attacks with their blade. He swings with a 16 to hit.
Nope.
Up. Stand by. Let's do control. Trying to figure this out. Nope, that's disadvantage. So
5 seconds.
Oh, have a technical issue here.
Will come and bite
All
you.
right.
Yes, so hard.
The first one misses. The second one gets behind and strikes at you with flanking with a 21 to hit.
Whoa.
Sure.
And then the third one jumps up on you with a 10 to hit and misses. So one did hit you, and that was only 4 points of slashing damage to you.
Okay.
Bump, bump, bump. There are 3 over here on the northeast side. One races over to also get flanking on Caven, so he is surrounded on all 4 sides.
Okay.
And he is striking at you, and that was
Minus D4.
alt. It's only saving throws. Right? No, attack rolls.
Attack rolls
Go ahead
too.
and roll the d4 for me, please.
Okay. What does that say? 1.
1. 11
Take
to
it.
hit.
No.
No, okay. Whenever a target whenever a target that fails us and makes an attack roll save, the target must roll a d4 and subtract the number from the attack. They never get any additional saves on this. Wow. Cool.
Yeah, it's
That's pretty
concentration.
sweet. That's the way they can cancel it. Okay, cool. So he swings in, misses. There is another cultist who chucks a dagger at Aragus. His buddy's in the way, so you have +2 to your armor class just for this one attack.
Thank God it's a dagger.
And it is a total of 20 to hit.
That'll hit.
6 points of piercing damage.
I believe I still have 1 temporary.
No, you've got quite a bit.
His buddy throws one of his many daggers at you as well. And that is a total of 20 to hit.
Whoa.
4 points of damage.
Well, that's minus the D4.
Oh
right?
yeah, do a d4.
For both of them?
No, just the other one.
3.
So 17 to hit.
Yeah. Yeah. And,
Still good.
Yeah,
All right.
Of course. Yeah.
And then he takes cover. So they strike and then they take cover. They are all done, and it is Cole's turn.
Ah!
You still have 1 temp hit point left.
Thank you.
Cole's gonna rush up to Caven and get the guy who's he's flanked everywhere. So the one that's closest to Cole, he's gonna flank him with Caven on the other side, and then smash him in the brain.
That is 30 feet. That is 40 feet to get there.
Can I get the 30 feet one? So I guess the one that's closest. That it's my my distance.
I need to reload.
So on the bottom of the.
Got it.
22 to hit, and it's gonna hit him for 8 damage.
8 damage is a brutal blow. He is still standing.
Go down.
Valamir, and you have his attention for sure. The slow, kind of still sad Valamir last in initiative with a roll of 5.
Yep. Oh, Dad. This one's for you. No. I'm going to cast a firebolt.
Murders for you.
Just like Dad would have wanted. At the
Tell me I'm a good boy.
Oh, wow.
but I went weird. The one to the east of is that Caven that's in the middle of everybody?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the one to the east of Caven, Valamir without his normal flare, just creates a fireball in his hand and throws it. No
Firebolt?
Firebolt, yeah. And I'm going to use a charge from the old Staff of the Gray and get +1 to my spell attack.
All right. Is this our first use of the Staff of the
Yes,
Gray?
it
Wow.
is.
Does it spell the gray, though?
Dick.
In the name of the Father.
15 to hit
All right.
and 7 points of damage.
It is a big fiery hit.
And does he
then-
have... Does
Uh-huh.
he take additional damage for being Bane?
No, Bane is reducing his ability to save or
reduces
attack.
his attack,
And then Valamir will move
Vessel.
to the west here.
You're still by the door.
Vessel strides to one of the cult members opposing Caven, the opposite side of him. What's the distance there for?
Like 50?
40 feet to get beside.
I can move 60 for full.
That's cool.
So
Yeah.
put me on the opposite side of.
On the west side there?
I think
East
the other side. No,
Against
up
the wall.
and over one.
Here?
Up. There you go. Right there.
Okay, racing across to the north.
All right,
That
that's
was a
it.
dash. Caven, you are surrounded by 4 folks, some of them wounded.
Yeah.
It's 60 feet to be close to you, right?
I'll make sure.
I guess Caven will take a swing at that south one
Okay.
on the other side of.
I'll hold him.
Thank you, brother.
And you have advantage with your brother there.
Ah, yes, thank God.
I'm holding him.
Fuck. It's 8.
8 is no. Why do you even look at me? 8 is
Yeah, I
no
know.
good.
Why'd you even look
Find
at
your
me?
god.
It's a
Baby
pleading look.
kobolds have 10, I think.
You couldn't even kill a baby kobold.
As much as you want to. Aragus, you're in the southeast.
Actually, hold on. I have an act. I can move. Do I want to? No, I don't.
It's a lot of opportunities.
4 decks of opportunity.
They all 3 of the 4 missed last time.
Aragus.
So my concentration, is that 30 feet as well? Because
No.
they've gone out of that.
Oh, you got hit twice. You need to make concentration checks.
That's right.
What is it? How does that work?
Constitution
10
saving
or
throw.
above.
Constitution saving throw.
Yeah.
With the
To
target
maintain
It's 10 plus Constitution. Don't roll lower.
lower than that. All right.
So
So,
11 or
Add or lower. Add or lower.
Yep, it's broken.
okay.
So Bane's gone.
Bane is gone.
Okay.
First time we've had to make a concentration save ever. Okay. I've never done it.
We've
So.
had. There's been a few.
I will go up to.
No, it'd be 10.
It's 10 plus con. And then roll.
No, but that makes it hard. The more your constitution, the harder it is. It would be 10 as the target number, and you're adding your constitution modifier to your roll.
You're the man.
So
Whatever you wanna do.
what did you roll?
I have 3.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah, I failed.
Just shut up, guys. Let me take my turn.
It doesn't work either way then?
I have 5
No,
seconds.
yours create the more constitution. You're saying 10 plus your constitution. You're making it harder for yourself.
You
just-
add your. Yeah.
Unless you're talking about rolling underneath it. Under it, but
That's what I
It's
was-
broken. I'm fine with it.
I don't
Yeah,
think
we
that's
always
the way
want
it
to roll
works.
high, though, in this system.
Hey, I'm new.
That's right. You don't really know how to play very
I don't know
well,
how to
so
play very well. I suck.
Going to do this.
we're
You got room on the
terrible
brigade over
Have
there?
you heard?
No!
Have you heard of Parafe?
Come join us, Vessel. Come join us.
You make a
Parade is
constitution. You make a constitution saving throw. The
Yep.
DC is 10 or half the damage you take, whichever is higher.
Oh, I was wrong.
But anyways, continue.
Okay, yeah.
In either way, 3 is not going to count.
Yeah, nothing. So I will get to the northern barrel there. Just get behind that for cover.
Down here.
Yes, just behind that for cover. I will say to the one in between Cole and Vessel, I'll just do a Dissonant Whispers, which is my more powerful insult attack, and I'm going to try it at a level 2. And I just see that naked guy, and I just say, oh, now I see what people mean when they say bottom of the barrel. Oh, and I'll cast Dissonant Whispers on him.
On which guy?
On the one in between Vessel and Cole, to the kind of
So
east
the
of the
guy in
4.
yeah.
The one who's
The one I
barely
just-
alive.
Super.
Oh, is that
rocks.
right? One of them that is the most alive.
That would be one to the north or west of
Yeah, north or
Caven.
west.
North or west.
North.
North,
Or
right.
south, actually, is unharmed, apparently.
No, he's near death.
He's super close to dead.
Okay,
my
so
fault.
what's he doing?
Dissonant Whispers, it is a Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw. Here it
Okay.
comes. What's his
I'm
target?
going to finish like 3 of them off when it's my
Doesn't
turn.
matter. He rolled a natural 1.
Did he? Okay. Well, he's going to take 4d6 of psychic damage. He also has to move as far away as his speed allows.
Just do max damage.
Okay. All right. 4d6.
He
Go ahead, roll.
he
Four
stepped into the words.
4d6, so 24.
Is that you, Father?
Psychic damage.
How much?
24, I believe, psychic
Jesus.
damage.
The snakes don't
Okay.
love
He
you.
has to run away as far as he's allowed.
He
He's
is
dead.
obliterated, freaks out,
His
drops
head
to his
explodes.
knees, and cannot handle it, and just drops silently. His
After-
mouth still open in a silent scream.
All of his hair turns white.
After that, he just shouts to the room. What is this dude's name? Cleric?
Krellick.
Krellick, sorry.
Relic.
Everyone turns to you. Krellick.
He will just shout to the room, Krellick, if you reveal yourself now, you won't die. And if any of you know where he is, perhaps you may be spared.
Nothing changes with these cultists. They
Good.
continue to stab and stab. Fiona, though, gets her turn before they get a chance.
That one to the far right, or this one to the right, is
Against the
gonna
wall.
get a crossbow bolt shot their direction with a 14.
Is a hit.
Ooh, 10 damage.
Is a kill.
Nice.
Boom.
What a shot with a crossbow.
Yeah, magical crossbow.
How much damage does it do?
That was max damage.
What is it? A
10.
D6
Oh,
plus 4?
D8 plus 2.
A D8 with a crossbow?
Yeah.
That's a real crossbow.
Yeah.
Snayak.
And then the cannon comes alive and
Oh,
shoot.
that guy does not drop to the ground. He's pinned to the wall.
He's slumped.
Well, the bolts do disappear.
Not that one.
Okay. Very good. It's a shimmering purple. And then
Max damage bolts never disappear.
the one that's behind Vessel, the cannon will swivel around and take aim
Thank you.
for 13,
Is a hit.
10 damage.
Is a
Oh
kill.
my god.
Wow.
Yeah. That one, there's nothing left. Is
Crazy.
gone.
Nice job.
All right. There are 3 cultists left. They see their friends dying, but they are a vicious, culty breed and do not care. The one next to you, Caven, to your south, is actually turning around and attacking Cole instead.
Come on.
He doesn't see that you're magically shielded with a 13 and misses. The guys on either side of Caven, though, have advantage and strike. Die! And that's a 10 with
Question?
advantage and a 13.
Not today.
Hold on. Was that?
I'm not ready to meet Porraith.
No, those were not with advantage. Sorry, I have to reroll.
They're not? Oh.
They were
we
with
did
advantage, but it
not
didn't
roll
go
them.
through. That's a 16 and a
And?
total of 20 on the second one.
One hit.
One hits for 6 points of slashing damage. That's it. Cole.
Yeah. I'm going to get him right back. Natural 20.
Wow.
Actual max damage rolled as well, so just dead.
Whoa.
Nice.
Super dead.
Nah. No.
Max damage doesn't disappear. It just sticks to the wall.
No. You kill all 3. Describe how that happens.
Nice.
That's,
I was about to use my action search to do that exact thing.
no, that's
Uh,
right there.
In almost a
And then magic
screaming
missiles come
rage,
screaming out.
dodging the hit that comes off of the bounce.
You give Caven a look, and Caven just squats down.
Almost exactly, right? And just like we're swinging. And he uses the Morning Star to push through the first one and swing around just in a full overhead swing to go whack, whack, whack with all 3 heads. Just easy peasy.
All right.
The GoPro on the handle just records whoop, whoop, head.
The carnage is over. Dead bodies laying everywhere. By the way, we forgot to really emphasize how naked all of these people were, and they were of multiple genders as well. So it's
Oh,
just
yeah.
a bloody.
Bloody
they were-
tits and dicks everywhere.
Yeah,
Were they all of the same species?
they
Sounds like Saturday night.
were. yes.
So they're all
humans.
humans.
Argus is gonna loot. Does he find any jewels?
You said lube?
Just family variety.
You're checking some prison pockets.
You said you're gonna lube the jewels.
yeah, maybe.
You don't want to loot their pockets, I assure you.
All the heavy bags I can find.
Anything in the prison wallet.
I do need every single one of you to make a Constitution saving throw, but the target is only an 8.
Or against what?
A poison effect
Oh,
of the
I have
heavy
advantage on that.
incense of the lotus in the air.
Oh.
What was the target number?
8.
Fuck.
13.
Constitution?
Yes.
Yes.
Fiona fails.
Oh,
17.
Caven passes.
I swore I had.
I
Constitution
wondered if this was a
16.
White Lotus group.
that's great.
Oh, should say right there.
So yeah, this is bright lotus that they were burning.
I'm going to burn a hero point on that. Yeah. And that's, what is it, a Constitution?
8.
14.
8. Okay, so only Fiona failed. Fiona, for the rest of the day, you have disadvantage on Constitution saving throws. Your inner sense is a little bit more vulnerable. You do feel a little more giddy, though. All right, what do you folks want to do?
Find the next door.
There are a couple. There are 2. One to the southeast, one to the southwest.
I'm gonna go. I'm closest to the southwest, so I'm gonna go to the southwest door.
All right. This is Caven going over
Cole.
here. That I know.
We get that a lot.
We're going to do Cole.
We're twins.
Um,
We're twins.
Woo, everybody.
As we are translocated through. Oh, there's more to this map.
And inside you go, and
Everybody
there.
else is following, I'm sure.
Inside you go, and you hear commotion, and there's some more cultists in here as the rest of the group goes. You're in a side chamber.
Charging in, screaming and yelling.
Before you do that, Cole, Argus is going to give you a pat on the butt, and you are imbued with heroism, which gives you advantage against being frightened and temporary hit points.
Sweet.
Speak the
Immune to
temporary
being
hit points.
frightened, excuse me. Temporary hit points equal to your my spellcasting ability modifier, so 2 extra hit points
Done. Thank you.
Thank
at
you.
the start of each of your turns.
At the start of each turn, I get those 10 hit points.
Yes.
Rad.
This is the heroism spell?
Yes.
All right.
I'm
Is
feeling
it
good.
no, it's not
I-
cumulative. It just becomes 2.
It's
becomes
2 every time, and I will cast that at second level using some chaos magic.
Oh,
And
pushing the ley line.
Yes.
Will ley line magic, excuse me, and I will
Mhm.
cast it on both Caven and Cole.
Oh.
Oh, that was one of your.
I can do it once without using a spell slot, or you gave me a ley line spell slot, so I'm going to use that.
You're going to use that.
Give you some fun.
So, I wasn't listening because
So you have immunity to frightened and 2 hit points at the start of each of your turns.
Start of each turn. Cool.
I just want to be clear again. It's 2 temporary, but they're not cumulative. It just resets
Correct.
to 2.
2,
Resets
2,
to
2, 2, 2.
Immune
Not
to
2
being
plus
frightened
2
gains
plus
temporary hit points equal to spell casting modifier at the start of each of its turns. Concentration 1 minute.
pretty
all
cool.
right.
Pretty cool.
Clever.
Everyone else good?
It is only for a minute and concentrating, so I'm new.
I've been patted on the head. I've been patted on the butt. Any other pats? Charging in.
Wait, though. He
Benatar.
triggered a ley line spell.
Chaos.
Chaos roll.
There's a
Oh,
chaos roll.
chaos. Great.
Now, question. Does he keep the ley line spell slot?
Nope, it's just a one-time
One
bonus.
time? Okay, just because
And it-
I'm affected too. I want to see.
Oh, you are? I didn't know that.
yes.
Oh.
Malamir moves
And now I will
further
keep
away
it more
from
in
Ares.
reserve.
Well,
Just in case.
I didn't realize you were affected by it. I thought it was just me, so I'll just use
No, we were both in that
But I didn't
scramble
know
of
using
blue crazy.
my thing would affect you.
No.
No, it shouldn't. No.
He just wanted to get the rules straight.
He has a
Yeah.
ley line slot as well.
Yeah, if
so
I
he just
burn
wanted to
that
know
up,
the
you're-
mechanics of it.
You're testing the effect essentially. I can.
Okay, I'm not
So I
going to
understand.
affect you with this.
You're not going
No.
to affect me.
Okay, but I do.
And even if you did, I think it'd be cool.
I like how
I
Tom
have
hasn't
2 of
weighed in
those.
on that yet.
I know.
one for second level, one for first level, correct? Or was it just
Yes.
the one?
You had 1 and 1. 1 for each
Yeah.
level.
Yeah,
All
I remember that.
I thought it was just one.
So does Christopher.
Anyway.
So does Seth. And
Yeah.
Jeremy.
And I have a 3rd level one.
Seven. What are you talking about?
Just back me up here.
Yeah, you got.
I remember
team.
that.
one
Yeah.
for sure. That's what I remember.
Okay, so you have cast this spell using this leyline enhanced magic. And upon doing so, though, it does create a bit of chaos. One of 3 things happen to you, Aragus.
Mm-hmm.
I have rolled these 3 things. They are very interesting 3 things.
Okay.
It's only one of them, though, and I do not want to be responsible for which one it is.
Great.
I'll roll.
So I have he's going to decide his fate. Is it door number 1, door number 2, or door number 3? Which of these 3 things has happened to you, and you may or may not immediately know what happens?
Let's make a deal.
Where's Harriet when you need her?
Door number 3.
Okay.
Boom!
Targets were Caven and whom?
Cole.
And Cole. Caven and Cole. It doesn't say how long. I'm just going to say the next hour. Caven and Cole, you guys are immune to all magic.
Immune to magic.
Whoa, okay.
Okay.
From being
What's
cast on
the
them now,
catch?
or that might be on them.
You are,
All
all
magic.
magic, including the spell just cast on you, is eradicated.
Including the ones we had before.
Everything is eradicated.
So no +2 and no immune to frighten.
Correct. But you also cannot in any way be affected by a spell.
Right.
No matter the spell, even if it's magic missile.
So how that works, Aragus goes up to touch.
Oh,
I'm not getting friendly. Something's supposed to happen when I do this. Trust me. I just learned this.
Patty cake.
Maybe if I won't.
Oh,
I'll
something
come back.
happened, all right.
my sparkly shield is gone.
Well, I'm worried that it said no time, but you arbitrarily came up with the hour. But
Yeah.
Yep.
Could be immune from all magic for all eternity.
Well, I'm not entirely sure what happened, but I tried to give you a little boost, and maybe the opposite quite happened. Be careful going forward.
Okay.
And these other 2 I'm going to mention in the after show. So if you want to hear what these were, check out the after show, patreon.com, because these are very intriguing if Alistair had chosen 1 or 2.
Certainly not worse.
your temporary hit points have now gone. Caven has taken 3 total points damage. Cole 4 total points damage.
Well, I'm at 22
Not
I-
by my math.
because I had taken 10 from last time.
Not by my math.
Okay.
Cleric rules over.
Yep.
Okay, that is the situation, and what's going on?
Cole is charging through the door this time. Ah! Going after
Less
cultists.
enthusiastic, but
Be careful.
Well, we're not immune to frighten anymore.
yeah.
Oops. Okay, which door you're going to? There's 2 doors, north and south door.
Oh, there's north and south. So I turned in on, I'm gonna go north.
Okay.
So to my right.
That's Cole, right?
Yep, that's cool. That's Caven. There you go. We're twins.
I didn't even check. Is the door locked?
Door's not locked.
Pushing
As you
through.
open up the door, you see 3 cultists, one larger than the other, and they're all clothed. He seems to be a bit of a leader for them.
How come we can't see it?
I think my door is closed.
It is.
I can't see anything. I'm kicking the door.
Is it open
Oh,
now?
it's
Yes.
open.
Woo! There they are. I run into the big guy I see. Always go after the big guy.
Is it dark in here?
No, there are the mood lighting for the main room. There's lamps and torches and stuff on the outside here.
It's worth clarifying. I know we already assume it, but I just want to make sure. Is he naked?
He is not naked.
Dang it. All right. I hit him for
Not yet.
16.
16 to hit is a hit. He is wearing studded leather armor.
He gets 9 points of piercing damage in that leather armor.
Okay, he takes it.
Yeah, he does.
Creepy.
It is Fiona's turn.
Whew, okay. Fiona's going to not go into the room by herself, so she's going to move back down by
Valamir?
by Valamir.
We should get your guys' illustrations in here, shouldn't we?
We
We
should.
should.
Jeez.
Someday.
And
Should make a video too.
Yeah.
aim at the cultist because I think Cole's makes a better door than a window and can't hit the big guy, so she'll aim to the cultist on the left or the west side with her crossbow. For that crossbow bolt goes so wide. She's disappointed in herself.
All right. Vessel.
She walks away.
Oh, but the cannon will take a shot.
I don't think the cannon has
Does it?
view.
Vessel does. He has a cannon. It's for this guy.
Yeah.
It'll be +2 to his armor class. A little bit of cover from the Goliath.
I'll take it.
Well, that's better. An 18.
18's a hit.
Pull up my socks.
12 points
Is a
of damage.
destruction of that cultist.
Whoa.
Perfect.
You just use the crossbow to distract him.
Yeah.
Ha
All right. The leader there, who's taken some wounds in his studded leather armor, slices
I
with.
think it is Vessel's turn.
Was
Is it? Oh, I'm sorry. I thought Vessel.
He
already
shot.
went.
Yeah,
Go,
from
go,
Vessel.
Go.
Vessel
My
moves to Fiona and does kind of a twins power ring. Ding.
Yeah, buddy.
The rings glow. No other effect appears. It's a +1 AC, +1 saving throw, and nothing else happens at this time. And Vessel will. That's an action, I think. I'm pretty sure it's an action.
You
It
still have
is
a
an
little bit of
action.
movement left. if you
So
want.
I've
Is it +1
moved.
any saving throw? Nice.
That's all I can do. Done.
Okay. And that's created this connecting link thing.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay. The cultist, the leader guy in front of Cole, attacks with his small sword twice and his dagger.
Ah!
Wow.
That is
How
a
long does that last?
Cole 14 to hit.
No.
I decided
13 to
stop.
hit.
Still no.
Dagger 22 to hit.
What
What?
a dick.
Ouch.
7 points of piercing to Cole.
Ow.
Gets you up in the
Is it a
armpit.
magical dagger?
It is not.
Oh,
It is not. That's a good question,
Good
though.
question.
How much damage to Cole?
7.
7 from a dagger.
So you guys are in this side room off of the main one, and then there's a door to the north, a door to the south. You busted through the north door. You're attacking these 2 remaining cultists until the door to the south bursts open, where there are more cultists behind you, as shown on your battle map. One charges in and attacks Valamir, and he will have a surprise bonus with advantage for this one. Strikes at you, which is the first very attack, though, we'll say. And that with advantage is 12 for Valamir.
That would be a miss.
Strikes again with a 17.
That would be a hit.
And then dagger 11 is a miss. The 17, that's 8 points of slashing to the wizard.
I am unhappy about that.
Another one runs up and attacks Vessel from behind. So you guys who were backing up are now attacked. And Vessel is surprised with the first one. And that is a 21 to hit.
That's it.
And then the second attack's a 15.
Miss.
And then the dagger third one is a 15.
Miss.
All right, the big hit is 7 points of slashing. Dum dum dum. Then you have a couple smaller cultists. One runs up to Fiona and attacks with his dagger. And Fiona, you are 21 to hit.
oh yeah.
4 points of slashing, and there's one behind him you get a little bit of cover as he throws one of his daggers at you.
Hold on. The 4 points becomes 2 points as you're resistant to all damage. Vessel takes 2 points.
So wait.
You share the damage.
Okay.
And then the other one throws a knife at you with a 21 to hit with +2 to your armor class, though, for light cover.
Yeah, it still hits.
Still a hit. 4 points of piercing damage. Same thing, Vessel?
Same team.
All right. There's one more cultist next to Cole, and he is slicing at you. Lots of attacks, and as a total miss. Aragus, you're up.
Hang on real quick. Cole reposts.
Oh, tell us about this.
So Cole has a whole bunch of martial abilities that he can do because he's a battle master, and I have something called superiority dice. With a couple of my new maneuvers that I just received on my last feat, I have a riposte. When a creature misses you with a melee attack, you can use your reaction to expend a superiority die and make a melee weapon attack against it, adding the die's attack damage roll on the if it hits. So, he misses. I swing right back for. I don't know if that's gonna do it. That's gonna be a 12.
On that guy? Yeah,
Yes.
that's a hit.
So that's 8 plus 5 plus 3. That's 16 points of damage.
Cut him or
Jesus.
just crunch him down to death with your Morning Star.
Just right in the face.
Fantastic. Great hit. Caven. No, Arius. Sorry, Arius.
That was the cult leader that you.
No.
No.
Can't
No,
scroll
okay.
on that. Can you scroll on that?
Speaking of the cult leader, though, Argus will. I will start just by running kind of across to the barrel over there so I can
To the
gauge
west.
into both rooms. So I have just like a point of reference on each of the enemies, and then I will cast Hold Person on the cult leader.
Up north, because there are now
Yes.
3 of them, if you will.
The one engaged with.
1, 2,
Um,
3.
Yeah, they're all big ones.
oh, they are.
Yeah.
Okay. I can only do that on one person, right?
Which one?
Cole seems to be taking care of himself pretty well.
He stabbed me with a dagger for 7. If that pisses you off, it pisses me off.
Okay, I'll be pissed. We will
Just pick one real fast.
Yes, sir. I will hold the one under south of Fiona.
Okay. That is a little guy. It's this one or this one on the south.
South of Vessel, then. Thank
Okay,
you
great.
for
And
clearing
this is
that
a
up.
wisdom saving
This is a
throw?
wisdom saving throw or be paralyzed.
This is all or nothing. What's the DC?
Wisdom save. Is it
Doesn't
DC?
matter. He got a total of 20, I'm afraid.
Oof.
Wow.
Resists it.
Okay, for a bonus action then, I will say to him, you might have won this round, but I can assure you, there won't be a next round. And I'll cast Unsettling Words on him, hoping someone will take him out, and that'll be a D6 taken away from the next saving throw that they have to make.
All right. So the first spell you cast was Hold Person, which is a level 1 spell, a level 2 spell, something like that?
Level 2 spell.
Oh, it missed. And now you're casting a second spell. What
I'm
spell?
casting Unsettling Words as a bonus action.
But what kind of spell is that?
It's a
Cantrip?
it's a bardic ability.
So it's not.
It's a bard
Oh, okay,
feat, it's not a
perfect,
spell.
fine. Yeah, I was just making sure we were casting another spell. Perfect. And
So, yeah.
go ahead one more time. I can't remember what that does.
Choose a target within 60 feet. Roll a d6. The creature must subtract that number from the next saving throw it makes
Oh, just flat out before the end of the next turn.
of my next turn. Yeah.
Okay, so you got to make sure you trigger something, or someone triggers something on Vessel's guy there.
Yeah.
All right, Caven.
Haven is
Mark him as cursed
um
for 1 round.
Fiona, do you have that deal where you can share a space?
No, that's an Argus thing.
Only Argus? Okay.
Yes.
All right.
But I'm going to move her out of the way in just a second, if you'll let me. You want to be right next to him? I won't
No,
stop it.
nope. You do what you're gonna
Caven,
do.
what are you doing?
Probably do it with Valamir.
Caven will rush up next to Valamir, I guess. And that's at least 10 feet.
Yep.
And he's going to swing it.
So that's a charge.
So it's charge. And it's 17
17 is a hit.
and 15 damage.
15 is a gloriously meaty hit. The guy is staggered but still alive. Caven did a good blow. Valamir, you're last in this turn. Got a couple guys running your heels there.
Yeah, I do.
Sounds like Hudson.
Is
the
there
APC.
is there a disengage? I can't remember.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Where
it's,
you
it's a
step
full move
on-
action to take 5 back.
Full move action without drawing opportunity attack.
Correct.
Right.
Okay.
So if I cast a ranged spell attack, that's going to be at disadvantage
Yes.
Unless you back up.
and incur 2 attacks of
Just
opportunity.
But your entire movement can be a disengage.
Right, but then I
and
don't get to
then you
cast
can-
a spell.
No, you do.
Oh,
because
I
it's
can?
your
You
move
get
action.
movement and action. So yeah, you.
No.
No, disengage
It's a
is an
whole
action.
action.
Oh, I
Disengage
apologize.
is your standard action.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
Well, then you would still have a move.
Well,
Yeah.
so instead, Valamir will, instead of casting what he had intended, he will change that and say a little wiggle waggle piggle and some paggles, and we'll cast magic missiles. He will cast one each across the board at the 3 cultists standing in the doorway.
Okay.
First one takes 2 points of damage. Second
Done.
one takes 4. Third one takes 3.
Done, and done. 3 on the last one.
Yep.
Oh, I love that it can just bypass the disadvantage.
All accurate. Disadvantage is negated. I assume you're not moving. Otherwise, Cole, you're up.
Correct.
All right. Kill him. Smash him in the face. And I'm going to do exactly what Argus told me to do. And buck up using my advantage for it. So 19 to hit
Is a hit.
for 5 points of piercing damage.
5 points of piercing damage.
It's a morning star.
It's a morning
okay.
star.
I'm
Yeah.
thinking of blunt. Okay. You hit. Not a ton of damage, but you do hit the guy.
So I'm going to take a deep breath. Use my action surge.
Okay.
And do it again.
Benefit of having a fighter.
For sure.
For not as much. That's 7 to hit. 7.
That is a miss.
Are you sure? What if I use 7?
Pretty sure it's a miss. Fiona.
Would have been max damage.
So Fiona's going to shift her crossbow to one hand, pull out her little hammer. It's normal size to her, but it would be very little for most of the rest of the group. And she's going to just boop the guy in front of her. Boop. And then
Beware the boob.
she's going to cast Thunder Wave.
Ooh.
So it'll be a 15-foot cube emitting from her.
Ooh.
And they all have to make Constitution saving throws.
Constitution saving.
One of
throws.
those is going to have a D6 taken
15-foot
away.
cube.
All right, I'm rolling
That's-
his right now. Go ahead.
That's everyone.
Max 6.
What's the target number?
13.
He rolled a 17. That's an 11. What a
Yeah.
job, Alistair.
Nice.
Great use of that
Not
one.
flashy, but effective.
Oh, yeah. Well, it is flashy with
It's a
lightning.
shit
Yeah.
roll.
It's just thunder. It's not lightning.
That's fair.
And that was Constitution.
Yep.
Next middle one misses with a 4. And the one on the right has an 18. Passes. And the one on the bottom gets a 16.
Okay, so those two take 3 damage. The ones that pass take 3. The ones that didn't take 7. And the ones that didn't pass get moved 10 feet back.
Wow.
Not the middle guy. He is obliterated.
Sweet.
3 to that guy and 3 to this other guy. And he gets moved back.
Can you just move him back 5, or do you move him back?
5 feet? No, it says 10.
Oh, okay.
There we go. Boom! Big
Nice
thunder
shot.
waves let loose. Vessel, you are no longer surrounded by people and can move as necessary.
But a ringing cannonball fire.
At whom?
Oh,
There's a
the
small
one
guy?
that just got pushed,
All right.
the big guy.
Is that a magic ability?
Yeah,
No.
it's like a bonus action for him.
Okay. He would get the damage.
18 to hit.
18 is a hit. No, it's a spell attack.
14 damage.
Big 14 is a hit.
Jeez, 14.
That cannon's
it's not a saving.
Yeah.
awesome.
We're not making any attacks, so you're taking a lot of my kills.
And Aragus, that unsettling is just for the next saving throw. So
Maybe you're
that's,
taking my
You need
kills.
little toy soldiers to come out of it and go,
Vessel, you are up.
Stepping forward.
Can you guys see those curse marks on there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looked like a little gear.
I don't even have to step forward. I do want to step forward, though. I'm stepping forward diagonally into between those two dudes there. Thank you very much. I am casting a Word of Radiance.
Yeah. Keep track
This
of
is
it.
a Constitution check 13.
On which one?
The two
Both.
around me.
Constitution check.
I'm not targeting my allies.
That is a 19 to the south, the bigger guy to the east. Constitution is, I guarantee it's going to work, is a fail. Small one passes, the small one passes, bigger one fails.
Can you look up the damage? I don't have the...
What's the name?
It is called Word
Words?
of Radiant. Words of Radiance.
Words of
I
Radiance.
think it's going to be like a D6 or something to the fails.
I don't see that. Word of radiance.
Word of radiance.
Word singular
Stealing
of
Achilles, killed
radiance.
together
There it
as a one
is.
hit.
That's true. I did.
Take 1d6 radiant damage.
Only counts as one kill, though.
3 points to the one who failed.
Okay. Done.
Then Vessel whispers to his hammer that is in his hand, and a little shade of it floats off and goes off behind one of the guys there and makes an attack on him.
This
This
is
shady kind of
a spectral weapon.
spectral weapon, yes.
All right. How about that concept?
Oh, cool.
Nice.
That'll work.
That's awesome.
It's a floating, shimmering looking sword.
Does it get flanking?
Does it get
No,
flanking?
It does not get flanking, no.
It's got a
so
square,
cool.
Tom.
17 to hit.
To which one? I'm sorry. Small one or big
to
one?
the
Guy in the
It
east?
traveled to the guy all the way to the bottom there.
So there.
Over
On the
All the
bottom
way over
right?
there. Okay.
Or
Yeah,
bottom
yeah,
left?
he's a big one. All right.
That's
a hit.
17 to hit, and it is 7 damage, I believe,
7 damage.
of
So
radiance.
spectral
Or
weapon
force,
is,
force.
flying around now, chasing out this guy and attacking. Up north is another one of these
still alive.
leaders, one-on-one with Cole, and he's not taking too much damage, and he's going to deliver some at you, sir.
Rub it in, man. I'm trying.
3 attacks, 22 to hit,
Hits.
21 to hit,
Also hits.
9 to hit.
What a dick.
All right, 4 slashing, followed by 7 slash. Shh, shh, shh.
That's
Up and
11
away.
again.
There-
Knock it off.
Stone's endurance.
Yeah, it's a good point. I actually will use that.
4
He's
and
telling you.
4 and 7, 2 separate things.
Cole,
Or
don't
saying-
forget you're
so-
stronger than this.
Against the 7, I'm going to use my reaction for my Stone's Endurance to pull damage off of that, which
You can dig
for
the hole.
myself is a D12.
Oh,
What'd you say?
I thought you could just take it.
7 plus 3 is 10 points reduced. So I shrug off the 7-point
Just
hit
take 4.
and just
There
take
you
the 4-point hit.
Nice.
Okay.
Down to 30 health.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
Down to still more than I have total.
Yeah.
That's done. There's a guy to the south who's surrounded by 4 of our heroes in that door. He is one of the 3 leaders still remaining. I decide he's going to attack the scariest dude that just charged at him, who is Caven. He gets the triple attack and got a 19 total, then a natural 20, then a natural 20.
What the
Oh,
fuck?
damn.
Bye, Kevin.
Nah. he'll be fine.
That's not awesome.
Also Stone's
All right, that
endurance.
is that is 6 points of slashing. 12, 15, 16 points of slashing.
That would be the one.
Good lord.
7,
Kevin.
4, 8 points of piercing.
Okay.
Kevin, this
I
is
reduced that
brave.
16 to 5 with my Stone's endurance.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
massive.
11, yeah.
So I take 19 total.
Stone skin.
Which
Oh.
puts you at what?
13.
13?
Wow.
Stuff.
What was the last damage?
It was 6, 16, and 8, and I reduced it by 11.
658.
Got it.
Caven is hurt badly, but not realizing he's not as badly hurt yet as he is. This seems like an opportune time then.
He's just scarred
Um,
emotionally right now.
Caven, you are on your knees, beaten and hurt. You have no desire to stand back on your feet. You feel this defeated weight. You've been hit and hurt before, and I think dropped unconscious more than once. But it feels a little different this time as you have been suffering some challenges. You look around, though, and you are no longer in this abandoned mansion. You find yourself in a brightly lit chamber or perhaps outside, but there is nothing but this bright fog, dense fog all around you. And you can see shadows behind you, but they might be structures or maybe a gathering of people. You just can't see. They're just dark sections, and nothing is discernible at all. And then you hear, Caven. Caven.
I'm here. Who are you?
The fog before you ripples a bit, and you can see coming through the fog is a pair of beautiful brown eyes, then followed by a beautiful face of a striking woman with a long black billowy hair that slowly waves and billows from an unseen bit of wind, and she kneels down next to you.
Switch.
She says, "I am here."
Where are we?
She says, "You are with me, and you are hurt, and not by wounds, but in your heart."
I am. I don't trust. I don't trust anyone. I don't trust the priests. I don't trust the temple. Are you Celine?
You were alone, even though you were with family in the mountains long ago, and you found me. And you heard my voice, and I found your love. And you can trust in that. You have done much and protected so many, but you have lost me. And she lifts you to your feet and stands and just looks in your eyes.
I want to do good. I want to help those who need protection. I want to keep my oath. But I cannot fight against what lies in the shadows. I was made guardian and did what I thought you would want me to do, and then I was punished for it.
But your strength doesn't come from me. It comes from your faith in me. I am here, and this is my voice. Hear my voice again. I see a sadness in you. She motions with a white staff that has come from nowhere that she is known for, and there's a bit of a break in the fog, and you can see some cobblestone path. There is a path before you, a path to greatness if you but take it. But you must find your duty once more.
I don't seek greatness. I just want to help.
And you have. And your path is there for you to help more. But only if you choose it. Only if you choose that love that you have shared with me and I have shared with you. If you can find the courage to find it again. If you can find the courage to stand before my edifice, place your stone, and pledge your love to me, you will return it. You will get it returned back to you tenfold. You have taken the oath of a protector, Caven. Do not forget who you are. You are not a guardian of the church. You are a guardian of Celine.
I will take my stone and place it on the edifice. I will renew my vow.
She puts a hand on your shoulder and you feel a warmth to yourself. She says, there are dangers afoot, dangers coming, dangers in my world, and I need you. And she reaches forward to embrace you, but instead slams her staff to the ground, and there is a blinding flash, and you find yourself back in this cramped corridor on your knees, rising back up, surrounded by your friends in a bit of a haze. You also have full access to all level 1 spells coursing through you. Those spell slots are available as you feel some of the power of Solene there. Another cultist strikes out as Caven's trying to figure out what it is, and this guy is going to attack 3 different times at the spiritual weapon that Vessel has summoned, doing no damage whatsoever. And there's a cultist next to Vessel, a smaller one, and he just strikes 1 time. And that is an 8. Totally misses. I'm very swingy with these bad guys tonight. Aragus, you're back in the main room, kind of safe.
Can you tell me? I understand the guy up north is wearing leather armor. Can you tell me what they're all wearing and using as weaponry?
Yeah, they are using short swords, daggers, or just short swords and lots of daggers, and wearing leather or studded leather armor.
Okay. So the guy kind of being flanked by the 3 soldiers.
That guy?
Yeah, that guy. His weapon is going to start glowing red hot. And he will have to make a choice. So first, he's going to take 2d8 fire damage, as Aragus is casting heat metal.
Heat metal.
So I can cast this on any manufactured metal object, such as a metal weapon or a suit of heavy or medium armor, metal armor, that I can see within range. So I cause this item to glow red hot. Any creature in physical contact with this object takes 2d8 fire damage. And they have to either drop the weapon or must succeed on a Constitution saving throw. If it doesn't do that, then it has disadvantage on all attack and ability checks.
Can
Heard
you
about that
dissonantly
used on a
whisper to
cannon
him
once.
First? Can you use your bonus action and give him a dissonant whisper to reduce that save?
Maybe I can.
All right, if a
I'm not
creature is
sure.
holding or wearing the object and takes damage from it, the
No,
creature must
that's-
succeed or drop it. Okay. You cause an object to glow red that you can see. Any creature in physical takes 2d8 fire damage. Okay, yeah. All right.
And to answer your question, that is a bardic inspiration. I've already used both of those, but I potentially could. So
And this is a concentration spell, and you don't have any other concentration spells going.
yes,
right?
everything else is dropped.
All
So
right,
it's
2d8 fire.
2d8 fire. That is 13 points of fire damage.
Wow. Burns him. Ah! And he is absolutely going to drop his short sword. It gives him a dagger, but that is not good.
Yeah.
Wow.
But wouldn't he have to take that out with an action?
No, he
No,
has
they're
both. They're
out.
doing.
Oh,
He's
okay.
doing triple
Dual-wielding.
attacks.
Dual-wielding.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lagardermain, something like that is the French. I don't know. Nice. Unless you're moving, Caven's up.
No, oh my god, I know what it is, but now I forgot it.
Florentine.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll put a little
The
fire on
rapier
there
dagger.
for him. Yeah, and he can choose not to be disarmed. Is the weird thing.
Yeah.
It sucks.
Caven rushes up to the opposite side of his bro.
Whoa!
Not that far.
Oh,
Up
shit.
the stairs. Oh god, he's up the stairs.
He's
Over here?
He's not.
All right, that's an opportunity
The hell
attack
is
with a pitiful dagger. Then,
That's fine.
15.
No.
Okay.
And he rolls 21 to hit.
Woo!
Oh,
Wow.
that's not with advantage. Hold on. Yeah. And 17 points of damage.
Wow! How did you do that much damage?
Because I charged.
Oh, charging across the room
Yeah.
and
I
smashing into
moved
him.
10 feet, so I get to add +5. I rolled max damage. +4, +5.
Well, you charged, then you skidded a couple feet and stopped. Then
No,
you
I
turned-
charged, and as I'm skidding to a stop, I just have my warhammer out and just
right. I'm going to say
Drive
you have
by.
to do it in a straight line, so you did not get advantage flanking on that, which still hit and you still
Okay.
do the damage.
I only rolled 1 dice. So.
Great. That was how much damage?
17.
Jeez. And Cole, not only do you see that, you see there's a bit of spark to your brother, a little less morose than before. And nice, Valamir. You don't see the spark with
all the
Valamir,
morose.
obviously. Jesus Christ.
Oh,
Valamir, looking at. Thank you. Looking at the guy straight ahead of him, he just simply says, "Your mind is weak," and casts Mind Sliver upon him.
Whoa.
What the hell does this do?
It is just a cantrip. He has to make an intelligence saving throw, DC 14.
Ooh.
If he fails, he receives 1d6 psychic damage, and then any
Natural 20.
Okay, fuck you then.
Damn.
Sorry.
Any movement?
You're not
Otherwise-
helping his mood, man.
Another
Oh
heavy
no, it's
sigh.
fitting right in with the mood. No, I'm staying put.
All right, Valamir is not happy. Cole, start of a new round.
Or not.
Cole feeling the
strong.
energy from Caven is going to 5 foot over to make sure that the guy is now flanked. And swing and smash. Swing and smash! Yeah, for 21 to hit.
Is a hit.
9 points of damage.
That's looking better. He is looking badly injured now. Fiona.
Fiona's gonna back up right next to Ericus.
Okay. Is that disengage or an attack?
She'll take an attack.
All right, yeah, he's only got his dagger left. Thanks.
I
to
thought
Argus.
he already attacked
Shoot.
Haven when he left.
Nice.
You just have disadvantage too.
Oh, real quick. Sorry. Cole's just going to turn to Caven and go, "You look good." And use Rally, and you're going to get 4 hit points back from my superiority dice. A
What-
bonus action for that.
What was that one?
That was my superiority dice called Rally.
Rally. You're right.
Yeah.
It is not magical. It is therefore accepted.
And then
Oh yeah.
Fiona will shoot her crossbow at the foe, the bigger cultist to the south of Vessel, with a non-natural 20.
Okay.
She only does 3 damage.
3 damage. He is also badly damaged.
And then the cannon will light up.
That,
and
that would be disadvantage then if it's range attack.
That's fine. See what happens. Oh, and completely miss with an 8.
Okay. Vessel.
The hammer swings at the guy who's way at the south there. That is a non-natural 20 to hit
He only has 3 hit points left.
with 7 damage.
Is crushed.
Nice shot.
Nice.
I think the remainder of that can be moved. Let me double check. Can move and repeat. It specifies can move and then attack. Can I reverse that? Attack, then move. This is for the weapon itself. Spiritual weapon.
No, do it in that order.
Do it in that order. All right. It stays put. Then I will pulse out with the Word of Radiance. So your friend makes a check. Constitution 13. On a fail, taking D6 damage.
Which guy? I'm sorry.
The guy next to Vessel?
Next to Vessel. so right
Constitution
there.
save.
Mm-hmm. 13.
Coming at you is 19 total. He's
And
resisted a ton. Oh, except yours.
that's it.
Okay. The weapon's attacking?
The weapon did attack.
I didn't get the number on that. What was the attack?
It killed the
Killed the
one.
dude
Oh,
with the
that
weapon.
was that weapon. Oh,
Yes.
yeah, that's right. Okay, now it makes sense. Sorry, I thought you were doing your own melee attack. My mistake. I was like, you're doing a lot of good stuff here. There are 3 of these leader types, cultists left. There is one right next to Caven and Cole. He is turning to Caven and attacking you, sir, with a 13 to hit, 16 to hit, 12 to hit. Caven feels possessed by Jesus. There's a guy with a dagger, and this is not looking good. He picks up the weapon.
Wow.
Roll it. Roll the damn damage.
That's not a good choice, my man. 7 points of fire damage.
All right. Why? He picks up the idol and
Kalima.
he is going to do a triple attack on the wizard in front of him.
Does picking up count as an action?
With
Nah.
disadvantage.
Why disadvantage?
Because he's holding the weapon.
Oh yeah.
It's
what it-
burning him.
Yeah, if he doesn't drop it, he has disadvantage on all attack rolls.
No.
That's why it's.
What?
That's what it says.
Lie.
Disadvantage on attack rolls. That's why I picked it.
If it doesn't drop the object, it's disadvantage on all attack rolls.
And ability checks.
I know. All right, he doesn't care. He's determined to take out this
Jesus.
damn wizard. Disadvantage. I can roll that. That is a total of 8.
Nah.
Total of 15 with disadvantage.
Yes, but.
Yes, but
When there's one,
And then 12 with the dagger. So
I have shield 5e.
Swinging.
Yeah, so my reaction, I will use my shield and then lower
Plus
that.
5.
Yeah,
Holy
and then I
shit.
will not be hit by it.
Wow. Shoo, huge magical shield temporarily goes up just for that one attack,
oh,
right?
nice.
Boom, you block that blow. There is another cultist. He's going to give up on this sword and charge just 5 feet towards Vessel and do a triple attack on you. Vessel, the heavily armored, doesn't matter. Total of 23,
okay.
11, and 15.
No and no.
23 is only 6 points of slashing.
Wow.
Aragus.
Aragus will say to the one that is not inflamed, he's going to say, I was going to send a note to your mother about all this, but I don't speak snake. And he'll cast Vicious Mockery on that one.
The inflamed guy.
No, the other one.
Oh, down south. Okay.
On the furthest south.
Okay.
Which is a D4.
You're gonna have
Excuse
to
me.
like
Charisma
step
saving
forward
throw.
there to get in visual range.
Charisma saving throw. Coming your way. Charisma saving throw. He might pull this
Oh,
off.
sorry. Wisdom saving throw.
That
Excuse me.
is
Wisdom.
That is okay.
I said the words.
I made it. Oh,
A
wrong.
6.
That's a fail. That's 2 psychic damage and disadvantage on its next attack roll.
Okay. Next attack roll.
Yes, and I will use bonus action to heat up the metal.
That maintains the spell. Or does it make him roll again?
No, it's
Any creature in
I
physical
can-
combat object takes 2d8 fire damage when you cast a spell. You can use a bonus action to cause this damage again. So you've already done that then. He's already taken that damage when he picked it up.
oh, okay.
Yeah. We're good. You're good for now. I just did it out of order is what I did. Okay, great.
And I did move to make that happen.
Perfect. Caven, you're surrounding your guy with your brother.
So Kaven's gonna take a swing.
Hurt him, but don't kill him. I need this one.
22.
I know you're back, but
22 is a hit.
And it's just normal damage, so 8.
8 points of damage. Done. And Caven, are you moving? No, staying put.
I'm not actually moving, no.
Valamir.
Perhaps you did not hear me before. Your mind is weak. He has to make an intelligence.
Sage
saving
and Snake, he might hear you better.
Intelligence saving throw. Come on. 4.
throw. Okay, he will fail. He will
not a
take
natural 20.
1d6 damage. He took 2 psychic damage, and will have to roll a 1d4 for his next. It's for any saving throw before the end of my next turn.
Okay. Nice. Cole.
Ah, I'm killing him. I'm getting him hard. Super hard.
Well, don't get him hard, Cole. Kill him.
Getting him big. 15 to hits.
15 to hit is a hit.
Max damage is
opposite of what we want.
13.
Is a kill.
Ba, ba, ba!
Do you know how hard it is to fight with an erection?
Destroyed. Fiona.
I know really bad.
More than most.
Really pushing for that to be the episode title.
Why fight with it?
iTunes might have an issue with that.
Yeah.
Fighting with an erection.
We're never getting on TikTok.
Fiona's gonna shoot their crossbow at the one to the south.
Okay. He gets a bonus to his AC.
Just sucking with that crossbow. Is a total of 9.
Okay.
But
That's what I saw. It right. I got glare. You're fine. I'm sorry.
the cannon will go off.
All right, disadvantage cannon.
Oh, balls.
Fiona struggling.
I rolled a 1 and I rolled a 20.
Yes, the right path.
Oh, oh boy, oh boy. All right. The cannon fails to go off and will not go off next round either.
Okay.
Oh, that was gracious.
Something
It
will
is
go
Yeah.
off.
Vessel. Vessel, your turn. Stop picking at it, Vessel.
Don't deep throat the cannon.
Sorry, did you say Vessel is next?
Yes.
Vessel's next. All right.
Great.
Blah, blah, blah.
The cannon moves.
This is the spiritual weapon is already on the guy, so it'll just attack the same guy. It will miss, unfortunately. Then I will burst. This is the Word of Radiance, Constitution 13 on two
Constitution
targets.
13, 2 different targets. Saving throws are being rolled. That is a 16 to the guy in the east and a 17 to the guy in the south.
And no damage.
Okay, white light bursts out, but nothing there. The guy in the right doesn't take damage until your turn. You have to do the bonus action. That's why I went early last time.
Yeah.
But if he's going to use that weapon,
He's at disadvantage.
yes.
Okay, and he's going to use that and continue to kill Valimir. Disadvantaged with this button on my computer is a 10.
Nope.
What?
Nope.
It says 23. That one was not disadvantaged. We're rolling again. All right, that is not working. So it is a 823. No, stand by. I'm technical issues.
There's so many numbers just
14,
now.
so 19 is the total on this.
That will hit.
Okay, and then come on. There we go. And then 15 with the dagger.
That will also hit.
Disadvantage? Oh, wait, never mind.
With,
sorry.
everything was disadvantaged. It was hard to get. About 7 slashing, 5 piercing.
I'm coming, Valimir.
That's 12. That puts me at 13.
I concur.
There is another cultist who is not affected by fiery metal. He is attacking Vessel twice with his bigger blade. Total of 23.
That's a hit.
7 with the other swipe of the big blade.
I laugh.
And with the dagger, he whips around and strikes at your spiritual weapon and misses. That is 8 points of slashing to you.
8 slash.
Aragus.
Lock onto the furthest south one with a hold person attempt,
Whoa.
which is a wisdom saving throw.
These
a
tend to
big spell
not
for-
work. Wisdom saving. This is level
Them being
2.
almost done.
Yep.
Saving throw. Wisdom. Good luck.
My last level 2 spell for the day.
Save it.
Oh,
Save
no. Natural 1.
Oh,
Paralyzed, baby.
Ding.
And then a bonus action will be 2d8 damage, 5 fire damage to the other
The
one.
flaming guy not letting go of the blade.
Yes.
All right. He's getting pretty badly injured. Wow. All right. You've totally locked up the guy to the south. And next up is next up.
Caven.
Kevon.
Old person.
Caven charges
Charge it
to
again.
the south. Yep, right in there. He takes a
And he's not going to be able to resist that at the end of every turn. He's locked in. Full
Got
minute.
he takes a quick pause as he rushes by Cole. Says, "I'm back," and finishes his charge. He's moved at least 10 feet for that last part, so he swings at the guy with a fire dagger. It sounds like.
You do not have to use it for
Fire
this,
shark.
but you do gain a hero point.
Okay. 21
Is a hit.
and 10 damage. Not a ton.
Is a
Enough.
destruction of him. Smashing him up against the doorway.
Ah, I wanted that one.
Valimir. He clutches the burning metal in his cold, dead hands.
Valimir will step to the south a little bit further into the room, just straight across from the last guy, and just
If you're within
create-
5 feet, you'll get critical damage. He's held and paralyzed.
Oh, I just smashed him over the head with a staff.
All right. You
him the old
end his
Rafiki.
miserable life And he dies with his last vision, probably still seeing the spiritual weapon just over him,
Just
taunting
dancing.
him.
Yeah.
And he is dead. You guys stand there amongst the carnage. What do you want to do?
Loot.
Loot.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, hold on.
No,
Dramatic stuff
loot!
has happened here.
Loot.
Just compare.
Vessel turns around and sees Caven
Okay.
and sees
Hello.
I wanted to say something while we were killing people, but
and looks at you differently and says, I know the mark of Solene in your eyes. You have seen her. You have been before the goddess. Tell me, are you with her?
I am.
Vessel removes the cloak and offers it to you.
What cloak is this?
This is the Guardian of Solene. I said I would hold it for you when you returned. Cultists are suffering and trying to breathe around us.
Valamir's just going around not this conversation's going on. Yeah.
What's this now?
Caven.
Behind you.
Caven responds to Vessel, and he says, I will receive it, but understand that I am not under the direction of the temple nor the priests, but Solene herself.
For you are Guardian of Solene, not a guardian of the church.
Sound familiar?
Then thank you for holding this for me.
Then you do not need it. And Vessel incinerates.
you could have just ripped it in half.
He expends a full guardian bolt into the thing, the just burning light from his eyes, and incinerates the cloak.
Okay.
And then he offers his hand to you.
And Caven takes Vessel's hand firmly.
He, using divine healing, he heals you the full cure wounds. Only at level 1, unfortunately. I don't want craziness right now. And
That's not magic?
it is magic. You will resist it.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, and it is said with a prayer,
Okay.
Solene will watch over both of us. But she has her eye on you.
Watching you from a distance.
Any other healing that needs to be done?
Boatloads, but it's going to take time. 10 minutes. They would get resisted. The people who are most damaged are resistant to
Let
magic
us
right now.
Take a short rest.
Short rest would work fine.
But there's stairs.
Yeah.
None of this was acrylic.
That is true. But if we continue on in the state we are in no shape to fight anyone.
You do see in the southern room where those people came out to surprise you, there is a corpse there of a portly old guy wearing nice clothes with the couple of creepy snakes crawling around him.
Yeah, Argus wants to go kind of investigate that
It's
chamber.
going to be Leonidas or whatever his name is.
Leonidas.
Lion. It's
Leonor.
Anasiris. Asinirus.
Leon.
Asinir. Woo!
Mr.
Got it
Sane.
first time.
Mr. Asinir. What's his
There's
first
a
name?
There's a Leah somebody.
Let's go.
Leonor.
Yeah.
Asinir.
Yeah.
Check it out.
You check it out. You see what I describe in addition on his inside of a robe that he has, a sleeping robe, are some of the, not on the inside, but the colors on the outside match some of the other clothes you saw in the house of the Asinir. And you believe this is Leonor Asinir, the elderly gentleman whose home you've been investigating and trying to track down. He is dead and appears to have been dead for just a few days now and left to rot in here.
3 minutes.
Are there any like family sigils, like a ring or a crest, like a city council crest or anything like that? Anything that would be easily identifiable to this person?
No.
No pinky ring that says A.
No.
ASS.
LA.
We
Is there anything else in this room?
There are some strange, torturous-looking devices from the end scene of Braveheart, and a couple of fragile, not terrariums, but little carrying glass things with metal wireframes, if you will, to carry snakes around in.
you said, and there are snakes on him.
Yeah.
Can we kill those?
No, just about 2 of them.
Snake killer.
Cave in the snake killer.
Caven just reaches down and grabs each one and bashes their heads together.
Woo, woo, woo! All right, you bash their heads in.
Does he look like he was tortured at all?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Cut up, attacked, maimed.
He's about a foot taller.
You can guess at whatever purpose that would be.
Right.
You hear a couple voices of people running out of the front door as well.
Are there any live snakes in this chamber?
Not anymore.
Okay. Aragus will take a couple of the snakes, one of the robes from the cultists.
Okay.
The naked cultist. Oh, the non-naked
The
cultist.
the robe from the cultists.
And out in the main orgy area, there's a bunch of clothes and stuff next to the buffet.
Did
so
you
you're
say
good.
the main orgy area? The buffet by the main orgy area.
We're in the secondary orgy area right now.
You work up an
Jesus,
appetite.
sanitation is a little bit
Lot of hot wings.
here.
We should just call this one the velvet rope.
So I'm just going to take those items. Fiona, perhaps we should put these in your bags. And
Gross.
we
Why
need
you want to put dead snakes in my bag?
we need something to show people the truth of what is happening here.
We'll just bring
They're
the
just
city
dead
guard here.
snakes.
He saw us on the way. Let's go get the guy.
You think people are going to believe
don't
we are
wanna-
innocent after all this?
You don't want to investigate the rest of this house?
Oh, sure. I'm just saying, I don't want to carry snakes around when we can bring the city guard here when we're looking for evidence to give to whoever.
I think if we have the evidence with us, it will carry
Let's, we
further.
need to go see what's in the rest of this house. We can fight about this later.
I wasn't suggesting we leave. I was just saying put some clues away. All right.
Well, I'm not feeling
Fiona's gonna-
so well at the moment. I need to take a rest.
And
Come
he
here.
sits down, arms folded.
I'm resting here now.
Brush off some cultists.
Fiona will cast Cure Wounds on you.
Thank you. I'm in a wound because I'm at 13 hit points.
If we are
Yes.
taking a short rest, I'll
nice.
do a Song of Rest, which gives everyone an additional 1d6.
Well, let's make
I
sure
don't
that's
think-
what's going on.
I
Yeah.
don't think we got time to do that.
Yeah, that probably won't. If that's
Okay.
a magic spell, that will not
And people
affect.
have
Does
already left. so-
Someone have something that they can make a short rest 10 minutes?
Is lay on of hands
No.
magic,
No.
or is that
Yes.
It
Yeah.
is lay on of hands.
Oh, yeah, that's an
magic.
hour, not 10 minutes. I was thinking it was 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Never mind.
I have a magic. Nope.
You have a magic nope.
I have a magic. Nope.
What's a magic nope?
It means that I can't.
All right.
Magically.
Cool, let's go.
Yeah.
Vessel,
Yep.
let's go upstairs.
Cole uses a
I
second
am
wind,
ready.
heals 13 hit points, and follows Fiona.
All right.
What happened?
all going
I heard
Cole uses his second wind, just kind of sucks it up. Do it like this, everybody.
Jesus.
Was this a John Wick?
God, man, really? 13?
Is that a problem
1d10
for
plus
you?
4. I rolled a 9.
It's only a 6 of his total.
Just mocking my healing ability.
He's pissed off.
Onward and upward.
Petulant.
What do you even need me for? Second wind.
You guys climb up a tower and find a small bedroom with some cozy-looking little place for someone. There's a dozen, literally 12 silver in there, and a bunch of illustrations
Two
about
each.
snakes looking gorgeous, and like just some weird like
Snakes looking gorgeous.
goth kid like over dramatizing. Oh, isn't this cool? Look at the snake on my binder. So a lot of that. You head the opposite direction, and beneath the tower, there's a lower basement area. You go through some stairs there, and you find a a old an old church down there. And as you step in there, you see there are cultists here. A few over here, and they're silently just watching you enter. There is a couple more cultists in front of you, and it's this wide area. And I'm going to show this on our battle screen. There is a large snake in the middle of the room up ahead, hissing and curling.
Good
And
thing we rushed right into this.
Yeah.
at the far
level
end
2
of the
spells.
room is a greasy-looking guy with no shirt on, standing amongst a floor covered in pillows. Beside him is an older woman in a fine but disheveled sleeping robe with her hands bound. And the guy is doing the mocking slow clap as you walk in. And he says, "So you've come to meet the Fang. You'll have it." And we'll stop there for tonight.
Oh my God.
Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Definitely some interesting things happened. I have quite a few things to talk about in the after show I want to share. And if you want to hear about it, please consider supporting us on Patreon. And we will see you next time.
Night, everyone.
Bye, everybody.
Good night.